Good evening. Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Hello.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Did you all have like enough hamburgers and hot dogs to satisfy you for the rest of the year?
I'm not eating tomorrow.
I just had a brat. That was it.
A broth? That's not very memorial.
Brat.
Oh, okay.
We have brats. We don't do hot dogs.
I wanted to do a cheddar wurst, but that's
what we do.
I only want one, and then I've got like 10 others, so I'll have to wait for someone to throw a barbecue so I can bring them.
I don't like the cheese.
Okay, so again, this live is under protest. I'm just gonna make that clear.
We did
Please
it.
say hi to everybody, and then we'll get to it. Hi, Teddy. We're missing you on the Housewives live.
Teddy.
And Sheila, hi, Becky, Wendy, Heather. I lost my skill at going fast. Melby. Wendy H. Melby, his birthday was yesterday.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Susie
Belatedly.
B, Becky S, Velvet. Hello. Kind of scrolling. Christina B, I think I said that already. Hi again. Cousin Joe. Michelle. Hi, gotta be me.
Velvet.
Gonna be me.
Ellie. I'm just going so fast. I'm probably skipping over so many names. Sorry. Barbie, hi. Ruth Ann, Rita. Tracy. Sorry. Paulette.
I like that.
Dobby.
Hey, Paulette.
Some new names.
Becky S. I guess
I
I
don't
put already,
like
but
the chat.
I squared.
New people.
We love it.
Fresh blood.
I'm really going fast. I'm not. Rach, hi. Wrinkles Jane, hi. Cat Lover, hi.
He's that.
Tanya, Barbara,
Sonia, hi.
Terry, Elizabeth W, Flower Child, Mikey, Linda, Barbara. Okay, we're good.
We're good.
All right. So
I think.
you bunch of trollops made me watch the
A trollop, really?
You charlatans made me watch the friggin' tell-all.
And he knows it was good.
Horrendous
He
show
knows.
that I was so happy to wipe my hands of, but here
I
we
loved
are
it.
talking about it, and I'm gonna be brutal. So
We love brutal.
because that's what you're gonna get from me right now. Because and I didn't take notes because no. And
Listen, my mom and dad are in Italy, and she called me yesterday. She's like, "Listen, I have a problem." I'm like, "What's the matter?" I can't get the tell-all on my phone. I go, "Mom, that's not."
that's a blessing.
I go, "Mom, that's
Wait,
not
your
my
mom's in
problem."
Italy?
To watch it.
Yeah, my parents.
And she wanted to watch 90 Day Fiance Tell-All while
We
she
have
was
a-
in Italy.
We have a house in the outskirts of Rome, so they had to go for 2 weeks. And she's like, "How do I get it?" I said, "You have to download the Discovery app." She's like, "Oh my God, I can't get it here." She was so upset.
Like, it's okay, Mom. It'll be there
She's
when
like,
you get back.
"Record it. Show me some pieces of it." I'm like, "I'm not recording it."
That's funny.
Yeah, and John thinks it's not loved and adored, but it is.
That's hysterical.
I like you, so I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to.
And my dad.
I hope that they're enjoying their vacation in Italy. Hey, Dion.
Hi, Dion. It's been a hot minute.
I'll even play my little intro.
There we
I haven't
go.
done that in a hot
Intro.
minute. Where is that? It's been so goddamn long. Hope that's not it.
Not
Hold on.
breaking news.
Hope being pre. But I did find. Listen, look what I found.
Oh, well, ready for super chats. There we go.
I'm at my desk. I cleared my desk off.
Oh, you are. Didn't even.
I'm
dawn.
at my
That's
desk.
right.
Did you find all your musical
It's the first
instruments?
time I've sat here in like 3 months, 2 months.
That's
I don't know how long it's
amazing.
been. I had it took me about like 6 hours to clear off my desk of all the shit that's been piled on it. But we're here. All right, let me try to find. This is like
teeny tiny shots. You give.
did that one on purpose. Sorry. Here we go. That one on.
He is. He's fabulous. And he's on the inside.
Pull that one on.
And he's on the inside.
Sorry.
You're gonna have to update that because that was Margaret's face 3 faces ago. So you're gonna need a
Aw.
picture.
That's the limit. Although I did watch the Jersey trailer tell all. Oh my God. I don't know how anybody could be a
I
Teresa
can't
supporter.
wait.
I can't wait.
This is done. But that's
I'm excited.
That's for Wednesday night. All right. So this ridiculous tell all.
Wednesday.
Where do we start? I know. Can we just talk about how unbearable Gabe is? When did he go from I'm sorry, he's unbearable? When did he go from
He's
like
amazing.
fan favorite to like chode box?
Excuse me. I like you, so I'm not gonna comment now.
You don't think he was so extra on
Gabe?
this tell-all?
Gabe said
Gabe-
everything I thought.
Yes.
Really?
And I actually
Then he
said
couldn't
it.
say it to his sister. He's so
sent him a DM.
unconfrontational. He can't.
know
he,
what?
he doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to confront anybody. But boy, did he have enough to say about every person on that cast all day long.
I think the production tells him to do that, though.
Yeah.
And I think several of them.
No. Listen, I know a lot about production. Oh, Wendy. Hold on. We got our first super chat. And I'll give you.
Oh,
two
thank you.
months.
Wendy's my like secret
There we go.
favorite, right?
Annabelle. Come on. He wanted to put
God.
everybody in their place, but when it came to him and his sister,
But
like I don't
he
like
loves his
confrontation.
sister.
No. When
Yeah,
it came
but-
to
and
his
you know
wedding
what,
day,
Wicked? I think that the reason I think he's only like that with Monica because I
Yeah.
think Monica is super confrontational.
I do
And
too.
I think that she's super nasty. And I think she's the only person. Did you see when she got on stage? He changed.
Yeah.
He changed.
And I'm
I
sorry, her
believe-
dress was inappropriate for the wedding.
oh, because
Yeah.
she wore her bridesmaid's gown or what she was gonna wear.
Oh, my dress was on point. No.
So what was the reason why
He was a troll.
Monica
It was a pretty
didn't
color.
go to the wedding?
It was beautiful
Yeah.
color, but she looked like
What
a
was the
troll.
reason? What was the reason?
Stupidity. That was the
I
reason.
want to know the reason.
She said that she
Is it
cried.
the same reason why
the entire day.
Danielle has not talked to her brother in 3 years? What? The Danielle from Jersey. Sorry,
Right,
that
right.
was a leak.
I was following you.
Go ahead, go ahead, Addie. I cut you off. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. She wasn't. She was upset and said she cried all day long, and just didn't want to show up, still crying and whatever. That was her excuse
Over stupidity.
over silliness.
And y'all
between
believe
brother
that?
and sister.
I believe that Gabe, when it comes to his sister, doesn't say anything because I
Right.
think she overrides him big time.
But Gabe's got this big voice.
Not with her.
But these people are practically strangers to him. Who cares if he upsets them? He's never going to see him again unless he's on another season.
Right, exactly. Listen, I'm a sister. I have 2 brothers. So believe me, they talk to me differently because I'm the oldest and I'm aggressive. And they really do talk to me differently than they talk to other people. 100%.
Teddy and
And
I
I
were
think-
doing 90 Day tonight. But Teddy, I've been dropping a link for you I'm not on Instagram anymore. I mean, my account's there, but I don't check it ever. So, like, on Wednesday, yes, come up for...
Yeah, Teddy, come.
I ask for you every week.
I need my Canadian. It's always last minute, but we always want you.
But we'll be doing Jersey on Wednesday.
Yeah, and we can't-
we'll be
you
doing
can't forward the
Jersey
link.
hard. on Wednesday because I watched that trailer. I was like, oh damn.
See how
But
excited he gets over Jersey? He's trying so hard to talk about Jersey tonight and not our show.
no, but like I don't understand how you don't think that Gabe was extra on this tell-all.
I'll tell you why. Maybe because Gabe said everything I was yelling at the TV. Like he was on point. Every comment I would have made for every couple.
Give me some of those things where he was on point that you thought were right.
Mahmoud. He said everything I would have said to her. Muhammad? What's his name? He said like every comment. I just agreed. I can't give you every example. I just agree. I like Gabe. I agree with his like point of view, I guess.
And he did say,
who's the other dude? Oh, shit, I don't even remember the
name. Rishi?
Huh?
Rishi?
Yeah.
He was
like because he's got Muslim in his family, he kind of understands the culture and the who's it's and what's it's, but
I'm sorry. Tracy. I'll be the minority on my own panel. I don't care. Like this is him trying to get a spot on Pillow Talk because I know.
Oh, he's getting it. He's got it.
Yeah,
he's got to learn English first, though.
And also a bid for Happily, which I'm sure that him and what's her name, Isabel, will be on either. Like, I was wondering why Happily was taking a while to start this year because usually Happily would come on now and then before after. I'm not saying that he's going to be on Happily, but. Like that was him putting in his like due diligence, like either get on Pillow Talk or be on Happily. And
I would. Yeah. He's got an opportunity. Seize the moment. Carpe diem. I would. And I have to tell you, I understand, Tracy, what you mean. But first of all, I don't think he could be on Pillow Talk because she speaks no English. And you got to speak some English.
Yeah.
But
it would be him and Monica.
No, I
don't. No.
I kind of think that would be enough. Yeah.
But usually they have the people sitting together, and unless he's going to come back and film in the U.S., like, and can I ask a question? Why is it that they have the Americans come in the studio? Like, if they're
because they're the Americans,
right? But if they're living overseas, why don't they
can still come here? They have passports and right? Like they can come. If I move to like Italy for like a year or a week because that's how long people go on the other way, and they bring me back, obviously I will be allowed to come back to my own country and tape.
Yeah,
right.
That's why they only did you know that they pay the American? How this works? They pay the American, and then it's up to the American to split the money or divvy up the money with the foreigner.
See what Elizabeth W. said? She said, my husband has a huge voice, but not with his sister. And that's a really good comment because it's so true.
I'm the same way with my brother. Like, I'll go toe to toe with anyone. I won't with my brother.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, no.
And did you guys believe?
I can't roll my eyes any harder right now. I feel like if I okay, keep going. Yep. What?
I mean, I don't know. I did agree with a lot of what he said. I did struggle with when he and the other ones were getting on to those who are in Islam or whatever, Muslim or whatever, that they were neglecting the fact that it's cultural.
But in
Nicole,
terms of Gabe, no, huh?
No, they were really hard on Mahmoud.
Yeah,
but okay, Mahmoud is not like a fan favorite. I certainly wouldn't fucking marry him. Oh God, I was the first one to break the cursing rule. But
aren't you always?
That's the religion, I don't know. Like when she was the one. Maybe you lose my train of thought.
That's okay.
I feel bad for him though, because he is hated. And here's the thing. You have like a 25-year-old man from Egypt, right? He's Orthodox in his religion, so he's uber Muslim, and he does not know any better.
And
so,
what's her name? Nicole? Is it Nicole,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nicole.
right.
She knew
knows
she was
it.
marrying into
Yeah.
an uber Muslim family. Like, listen, every religion has their sects, right? SECTS, sext.
Yeah.
You know, you have like the super, like with Christians, you have the total Bible thumpers.
Devout.
Right.
Yeah.
With Jewish, you have like the Orthodox, right?
Hasidic.
Which we live like next to like little mini Israel over here in Ocean County. Like, you know, look up Lakewood. No, I'm kidding. Look up Lakewood. It's got the biggest
Yes.
Hasidic Jewish population
Yes.
outside of Israel. You know, every religion, Muslims, Christians, Catholics, have like, you know, the extremes and whatever. So, you know, according to the Bible, you can't mix meat with dairy, right? Because you'll go to hell. So if you eat a cheeseburger, well, say hi to Satan for me, right? And there are people
Yeah.
those people that go to those that believe that strongly,
Yeah.
you know, in that. And then there are people who are more relaxed. You know, I'm Catholic. Do I not eat meat on Fridays during Lent? I try not to, but hey, listen.
If it happens, it
there's a
happens.
steak in front of me, I'm going to eat it.
Same.
You know, everybody has in their religions how relaxed or non-relaxed they want to be in their religions. Nicole saw, you know, Mahmoud's family, and you know, and Nicole should have seen Mahmoud's brother's wife, the one from China, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, she should have seen her as an exemplar of like how you need to coalesce and acquiesce, to their culture. And she looked at that and she was like, hell no.
I think Mahmoud has some very feminine gestures, and I don't, you know, which is, I don't know. They don't seem like a good couple. And I read in the comments here that he's in LA, which shocks me just
He is.
because.
And
you
her
know.
hair is red now.
Does she
And
still
can
have
you
the same
imagine
awful
that?
hairstyle?
She
Can
has
you
this a
imagine
little
going
shorter,
from
but her hair is red. Yes.
Egypt to LA? It's not like he went from Egypt to Oklahoma. He went to LA.
Well, you know,
Could you
they live
imagine
in
Oklahoma?
Cairo. You know, it's not like, you know, he's from like, you know, some shanty town in Egypt somewhere, like, you know, in a tent
John, I
city.
didn't see anybody walking around in a bikini in Cairo, John.
Well, because that's not allowed. I'm just saying, I think that if he was in Oklahoma, he probably would have been more shell shocked, to be honest with you, than LA. But at any rate, he's in LA, whatever. But Nicole knew, and according to the family, now I stopped watching the show after we did like the last recap, which was like what, the beginning of April. So I haven't watched it until this ridiculous tell all. And I was surprised to even see them still together or trying to feign this bullshit like marriage relationship. Like according to the family, from what I watched, they didn't even ask her to convert. She did this on her own.
You know,
Then she says, "Oh, well, I really didn't understand the religion. Like, if you become Catholic, like you have to go to classes to where you have like a basis of the religion.
You have to like put like, you know, you just can't say like I'm Muslim. Like, listen, I can't convert to and saying I take Allah as my God and now I'm Muslim. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
at least not for me.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I put my time in with sacraments and religious training, and you know, anyone who knows Catholic knows baptism, penance, communion, confirmation,
Sunday school.
You know, and you do your work to be part of this religion.
You know, can I just say, I always look at these couples and I kind of like don't understand what they think they're gonna get. Like, hold on. So these two and even Johan and Danielle, right? So it's weird to me because so half my family is in Italy, right? So when I was younger, I would go there every summer. And before I met my husband, I was a teenager And I remember there was like one guy who really liked me, and I was around a lot of young Italian guys. And I remember even as a teenager noticing how like my cousin had a girlfriend and he would say like, oh, get me a drink, and she'd run and get it. And he didn't like, the girl had her role and the guy was so like the guy, you know what I'm trying to say? And I remember thinking as a teenager, I remember thinking like, no, I'm American and I can't do this. And I was like,
see you in a submissive role.
I was like 16, 17, you know? And I remember even then we have the same religion, the same genetics, but I remember thinking, I am not going to like do that in a relationship. It's not who I am. And it made me like a little nauseous. I would see the girls like jumping when the guy wanted something. And I have to tell you, why these women don't see what they're getting into is like weird to me.
Well, you know what? Jumping off what you just said, like, you know, I just said that about Nicole, you know, just jumping into this religion, you know, and God, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but what say you about this religion that just lets this person in and then like, you know, then you have to don't, you know, cover up everything and, you know, can't go out in public and, you know, but again, it was Nicole's choice to make it.
That's my point.
Yeah.
It was my choice to not date anybody there because I knew even as a teenager, this is not who I am. I live in America and we don't do this there. Like I respect my husband, but he's not going to wait on me. I don't wait on him. You know what I mean?
That's how it works. Like you just can't go into a religion. Like I went to Catholic school my whole life. You know, so like grammar school, high school, college, graduate school. I mean, because college wasn't planned, it's just how it played out. But, you know, you put time and like, it just, you can't say like, you know, I'm Jewish, guys.
We'll see what Elizabeth W. said she considered, right? And,
you know, it doesn't work like that. You have to like put, I mean, like it's like training.
But
like,
Nicole did say that he's like super religious, and she's like, "Listen, I want to be Muslim, but I don't want to be Orthodox." But you're married an Orthodox man,
yeah,
so you
and
have
that's
to like
the point.
meet him, you know.
Maybe there was another Muslim out there who doesn't require you to like, you know, dress conservatively, you know, but like you married. And you knew him, right? You married him, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, she knew him for like 4 days. That's another problem.
And my problem is with her, like she can feign ignorance all she wants. Is that like she met the brother and the wife, and she saw what was happening there, and you know she thought that she was going to be what, you know,
exempt.
Thank you from it because she was from LA, America. You know. And Nicole's wrong here. Why are people giving Mahmoud a hard time? And I'm no Mahmoud fan at all.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's his religion. Those are his beliefs.
Right.
Right. And whether they're ultra conservative or ultra liberal, it doesn't matter. You married him.
And he's a 20-something-year-old guy, and this is all he knows.
He's 30.
Too.
And how old is she?
All he knows.
Roughly.
How old?
Oh, no, he's 20.
Isn't she 30?
I want to say 30-something, but young 30s.
And I've noticed this with a lot of youth. I will say that my nephew is one of them. He wanted a Great Dane. So he went out and he bought a Great Dane. He didn't realize that a Great Dane gets to be like 110 pounds and 1.5 feet tall.
Impulsive.
Yes. And it's like, you know, his brother went out and bought a husky. He didn't realize that huskies like to talk. And it's just like, you know.
It's impulsivity. It's what you want to satisfy you right now.
Well, I mean, you see this, you know, animal and, oh, how pretty, how beautiful, you know, because my dad wanted a mini Aussie.
So Nicole's 38.
Then we were finally like,
30.
I thought she was like 32.
Yeah.
No, she's 38 and he's
wow.
30.
All right.
But it's just, you know,
that even makes
think
me
about
more
it.
mad because
it's like do now, think later.
That even makes me more mad, Wicked, because we're talking about the young people and this girl's 38. I'm 40. And again, when I was a teenager, I knew what I didn't want.
Warrior woman. I don't think that he's being a bully using his religion. I honestly don't think that. I think that like once they were dating, they met because he saw her like taking she was in a bikini, right? And he liked how she looked, and then they started talking and dating, and then she went there and blah blah blah. We all know the story. But I don't think he's being a bully because once she decided to marry him, then he was like, well, now that we're married, this is how it's going to be. And this is how my family is, my culture and my religion, whatever. I don't think he's being that bad, to be honest with you.
I think that he is, it's my way or the highway with that.
Yes.
His own brother said to him, she is a convert. She's not born into it. You can give her leeway, help her grow into it.
But Addie, at the same time, the brother said ultimately she would have to like fully like convert. But like, at first, like give her the time, and she didn't wear. But she was like, F you, I'm never gonna wear the hijab. F you, I'm never gonna like not dress the way I want to dress while living in Cairo.
But warrior woman, I agree. In America, he's considered a male chauvinist. But in Egypt, is he considered that?
I don't think so.
Because he's just considered following what he's taught.
His religion.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
Because she's easily manipulated.
Is this Nicole? Or is that you?
She does. She's got a beautiful fashion sense.
I'm not trying to dog Nicole. I'm just saying, like, she was in his home turf. If they were here in LA, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, but I think, she allows him to be it's my way or the highway because she doesn't. It wasn't until that she came on this show and even towards the end that she's using her voice, and even when they were speaking with each other, oh, honey bunny, oh, please, honey, don't do that. No, it's just. Know someone more than 4 days before you decide to get married.
But we have the same
issue. Spend more time with them.
We have the same issue with Johan, right? But I mean, Danielle's too much, and I don't really like her. But it's kind of the same thing because he's from the Dominican. He's the man. He wants to be the man. He wants her to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
but I don't think
obey.
Hey, before we get to that train wreck, I just want to make sure we have closure on this whole Nicole Mahmoud thing, because is Mahmoud like a stick in the mud? Yeah. But like that's how he was raised. That's his religion. That's how he wants it. And is Mahmoud like a little like, as Mr. Roper would say, like I don't know, like what did his brothers call him? Like little pussy boy? What do they call him? Little pansy boy?
John, I thought about that. Like
no, his brothers, like because it was his first girlfriend, right? It was his first girlfriend he's ever had.
I'm not really like talking about Mahmoud, but I did think like watching this show and seeing how things work in Egypt, because I've never been to Egypt and I don't know. I really started to think like, how are gays treated? Like, how are they accepted? They're not, I guess.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but in predominantly Muslim countries, it's you can go. It's death penalty. Like for being gay in a bunch of Middle Eastern countries, the sentence is death. If it's not death, if you're in one of those relaxed countries, it's life imprisonment just for being gay. There's a lot.
Proud to be American.
And they're both living in LA now, so
it'll be interesting to see if he loosens up a little bit.
I think he's gonna have to, Wicked, and I think he's gonna understand his wife more, because you can't not, right? Like you're in this country, you're in LA, you've seen what's around now. You have to understand her more.
Yeah. But
listen, warrior woman, I can't stand Mahmoud. I don't like him at all. But just because I don't like him doesn't mean like that he's being an asshole.
And we don't understand him. That's the thing too. And that's what we've just been discussing. Like, I don't like him, warrior woman, but I'm trying to understand him better.
She was in his turf. It's his religion, and like she
Right.
should have been like a little bit more.
But I will
I
say
won't
it was
forthcoming, but like forthcoming adjacent.
right. It was so disrespectful of him to laugh
Hi,
when he
Drazo.
was laughing. I
Oh,
mean,
wait.
it
Did you
just
change your screen name,
did I?
Steven?
Hi,
It's his new,
Drazo.
that's
That's
his
what's
new. That's his new channel.
But I do. I think it was, and whether it was nervous or, I mean, even his brother tried to say it was cultural. I'm sorry. You have to know culturally that's not acceptable.
And
Yeah,
Nicole
definitely.
constantly slapped that family in the face, and like they all loved her, like the mom, like from what I saw. And listen, I stopped watching back like mid-April, right? So like I haven't seen, did anything go south with her and the family
No.
since the tell-all? So they
No.
still loved her. Okay, good. So now I feel even better about what I'm about to say. Like
And I love
they
the
wanted her
brother.
to feel
I love
included.
him.
Yeah.
They wanted her to be family, and she just kept spitting on them. And you moved to Egypt, honey.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
went to that world, and then you want to be like, I'm American. Well, you're not in America, bitch.
Yeah.
You're not. Sorry.
I will say I love her brother, and let's give some props to her Chinese sister-in-law, because you have to really, and I mean really, be in love with a man to not only leave your country, but to learn another language, follow the Muslim religion, and live the way she does. So she must really love that man.
I mean,
Does
she
she?
kind of left a communist country.
I mean,
so.
he's here now, right? So
She didn't leave to America, Wicked. You know what I mean?
True.
There's a difference.
True.
can you picture them being intimate?
I don't really want to.
Can just try for 1 second? Just them
Who?
trying
Nicole
to be
and
intimate.
Mahmoud?
I'm
Can you
good.
see that playing out in your head in any
Are we
regard?
talking about Nicole and Mahmoud? Because I'm
Yes.
sure that it's dark, like not even a like a glimmer of light.
I don't think her hair moves
It doesn't.
at all.
That hair has more Aquanet in it than Stacey Q.
flammable.
But could you imagine them like all we've seen is them hate each other and fight and fight and fight. It's like Itchy and Scratchy. They fight, they fight, they fight, they fight, they fight, 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 fight. Nicole and Mahmoud show. That's it. Like, I missed a bunch of the episodes. Were they ever lovey-dovey with each other?
I mean, not really.
No, not really.
So we
They
watched
do-
the
they
whole
hold
3
hands, but I
months
feel-
of them just at each other's throats.
Wait, what's that comment, Eb? Why? I did say I agree with a lot of things Gabe did. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand what you're referring to.
Oh, we're
Like,
not done with Gabe yet. We're gonna circle
No,
back
she
to him.
said I thought.
We're
She
not
said
done
I
with
thought
him yet.
Brooklyn Girl agreed with Gabe, which is it? But I did agree with a lot of things that Gabe said. A lot of them, not everyone.
Harder, my love.
Harder.
That's Mahmoud. Thank you. Harder, my love.
That was really good, Warrior.
My bell broke in the middle
It
of
would
that.
be more like harder, my love.
You broke my bell,
Oh,
damn
honey
it.
bunny.
Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love.
Oh, honey bunny.
I see too much nipple, my love. Can you cover that up? I'm sorry. I don't know.
Come on, my love. A little to the left.
I'm just saying. I can't. Can anybody in this chat
They
picture
use
them
a
being
sheet with a
intimate?
hole in it.
Like her wearing like. Listen, I don't.
Drazo, it's
whatever.
90 Day
Yeah.
that we watched.
All right. Can we are we good with Nicole and Mahmoud?
We're
Like,
good
is
with
there
Nicole
anything
and
else that
Mahmoud.
we need to
Should we
discuss
get the-
about them?
Over under on their divorce? I'm gonna say 5 years.
No, well, he's here now. So
Well, I
That's
know.
a
I'm
long
still giving
time,
5 years.
Wicked.
What? Huh? Who?
5 years is a long time. You're giving him a lot.
Yeah, I say 5 years because he's going to be homesick and she's not going to want to move to Egypt. Nope. So 5 years. Oh, 6 months. Okay. All right. So we are done with
Just enough
Mahmoud.
time for them to film before 90 days for next year.
There you go.
There you go.
But they're already married. and I can't see them unhappily.
Because they haven't put train wrecks
They would have to
unhappily
be
before.
happy.
Oh no, but they definitely have. I don't think that, like with Angela, you love to hate her, but you still love her. With Mahmoud, I think Mahmoud people just don't care for him.
Yeah, they were filming when Mahmoud showed up at the airport. There was a film crew there,
Ugh.
so they're filming for whatever it is. It could be happily.
I know this shit in advance. Like, I know this show so well and how it works and how production works. Like, I don't know why people, like, I've been at this for 10 years with this show. Like, I don't know why people always question me, like, because I'm always right about this show. But sure, I'm wrong. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
I don't care.
Okay, we're
No,
done with Mahmoud
Because
and
I know, you don't think for 10 years I've been doing this that I don't have camera people and producers and boom mic guys and gophers that talk to me and let me know what's going on. How do you think I know all this shit that's going on in this show? You don't think I'd like that I don't have a connection to everything that's happening?
To quote an article, John, you have unprecedented access
I do.
to the cast.
Well, that's not fair. I need some of that unprecedented access.
Yeah, John. Spill some tea.
And to be honest with you, I didn't even know they were filming. I said they were filming, and like, look, I didn't even know because I have not been keeping up. I'm just trying to get my own self-centered before.
Yeah, they just put out the stuff about him right after the tell-all. The last one, they started putting that stuff out on Instagram. So pictures of her and him at the airport and videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
And they'll be on either before 90 days for 2024, or maybe like a What Now if they're still doing that, or maybe a 90-day diaries. But I would bet that it would be for before 90 days. Actually, they're already married, but they're married in Egypt. Huh.
So maybe they have to get married here?
I mean, they can throw them unhappily because look at Kim and Usman. Why the fuck were they why were they unhappily?
True.
I
like his brother too, Warrior Woman. I really do.
I like the way he stood up for Nicole. He said, I'm your brother first.
Absolutely.
Before Mahmoud. So Mahmoud's like, fine. Okay, fine, brother.
And now we're all supposed to watch next week for before 90 days where the love story of Gino and Jasmine continues. Jasmine, the one that he was buying.
Can I tell you about Jasmine? Wow. Jasmine no longer looks like Jasmine. She's had everything done. She put a video on Instagram the other day. I was like, who is this? It was Jasmine. She looks totally different.
Because she got that good, she's on this show now. And she, and we're supposed to believe this love story between Gino and Jasmine. Her, like, when he's at McDonald's and he's asking the woman for no pickles on his Big Mac. She's like, let me see the pickle. And let's not forget that Jasmine was a sugar baby. Let's not forget the interview I had with all of Gino's, I don't want to say whores, but I'll say whores for dramatic effect right now. When I had an interview with Gino's paid.
That's right.
Is that better? Yeah. When they last year, when all three of them were saying how much money Gino gave to them, and then how Jasmine was on the fucking take, and now we're supposed to continue this love story between Gino and Jasmine. Like, we're supposed to watch that and believe it.
I mean, look, maybe they're in love now, John. What can I say?
She's got a new personality with all her
and Brooklyn.
Endeavors.
You know what I just found out? That I'm in love with you, and I'm outside your house, and I want to penetrate you. That's about as much truth as to Gino and Jasmine being together. And Addie, I'm pregnant with your baby, and Wicked
I'm
Cody
jealous.
wants you to pay the child support that you owe him. Okay, so if you want to play games like this, then I can do this all night.
I knocked up John Yates.
Susie B.
I am easy,
thinks they're in love now.
says the YouTube streets. So
My friend
it is what it
Susie from
is.
Brooklyn, she thinks they're in love now.
And then we got to see Gino with that hat on for another
Stranger
whole.
things have happened.
I was gonna say
this show.
semester, a whole season of Gino with the hat on, with his hairline.
First
Like
of all,
this man, seriously, like keeps the hairline here, like here, here, like this. Can you see it? Like here, like this is the hairline he keeps, and then he puts the hat on to fool people into thinking that he has hair.
Like he should
Well-
just pick his head.
going back to this reunion for a second, can I just say one thing? How weird is it that they bring, who I love them, but how weird is it that they bring Tim and Veronica in as if they're therapists for all the, yet neither one of them have a successful relationship between the two of them.
Okay,
And then, hold on, and then they are commenting to Danielle and Johan about how you cannot disrespect him by being friends with your ex and having, and I'm like, are we okay? You guys,
Originally-
like, are we okay? Like, you're giving them advice when you guys banged for 8 years and now you can't get a good relationship to last more than a month if you stand on your head and you're there as everyone's therapist? What?
Tim's been in a relationship for a long time, though. He's had the same girlfriend for like 2-3 years.
On and off with issues of Veronica. On and off because she wants you to
guys,
not be as
listen.
close.
I have a giant bridge to sell to both of you. My cash app
Okay.
is John Yates $, John Yates 327. It's a bridge. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's the one you can't walk over?
It's the one you can't walk over it, but you can. And it's from Brooklyn.
I just don't get why they are the therapist for 90 Day and yet I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
because
know that
Sean
they're
can't do her
necessarily.
job. That's why. Why the fuck? Now, originally, me and Cody were going to be Tim and Veronica on this live. I told Brooklyn that I was going to be Tim. Like
I was so excited.
like we did on the Single Life reunion that one time. Oh my god! For the bridge, Wendy. Wendy, let me give you for Wendy. I'll give you the
Wendy
sacred
girl,
triangle.
you are the shiz.
Look, oh no,
Thank you.
oh,
And
shit.
guys, hit that like button because I recently found out that on YouTube, hitting that like button is a big deal.
It is.
I'm not trying to promote myself anymore. But for Wendy,
Listen,
there you
a
go.
super
You got
chat
the
shows.
blessing. The triangle of truth is what you just got. Wendy. There you go.
Listen, I think a super chat shows how much people love you. Okay, that's very sweet.
Oh my god, Wicked. Oh my god, more triangle of truth for Wicked. Sorry.
Every
Aw,
time
thank you,
I see
Wicked.
that pop up and she's on, I go, oh.
I
Well,
don't know. I'm
Steven,
like new to YouTube,
listen.
but I think it's the sweetest thing when people give super chats. It really is.
Yeah.
Steven's gonna come here and we're gonna walk the famed bridge together. We're gonna do a
Oh,
whole
I want
live.
to walk it with you.
We'll make it a party.
Okay.
There you go.
We're gonna walk the bridge. It's a mile
Little
long bridge.
threesome.
You get all the scenery of Jersey. So and it's if you watch the Real Housewives of New Jersey, that bridge is always shown.
Yes.
It's always shown.
Yeah.
Yes.
The bridge that's one side higher, one side lower. So like the West End traffic, the bridge is higher, so there's no drawbridge, and on the East End, it's lower and there is a drawbridge. So that's the bridge we're talking about. So yeah, Bridge Fest. We're gonna do it. That's right. Bridge Fest. Yes. We're
The comments about Sean,
Sean.
I agree. Sean does not go as deep as I would want to go. Sean is not a good host. Sorry, guys.
not.
He's
He's
not.
horrible. Horrible.
They had to call in Tim and Veronica to ask
Lizzie,
the hard
they
questions.
should be like taking Sean out, Lizzie, and putting Tim and Veronica in because they at least get more dirt,
Like as 90 Day Fiance commentators, like Pillow Talk commentators, like they had to bring out Tim and Veronica, and I had to hear Veronica say, "Oh."
Do it, John. Do it. I'll send you a super chat if I can figure out how to do it on my phone. Do a good Veronica. Super chats for Veronica. Come on, people. Do it, John. Why can't I send a super chat from my phone?
It should be like on the lower right-hand corner.
Guys, I'm techno.
And Veronica's like, all like, Chris, you're the devil. I believe Jamie. And Chris is the devil. I believe Veronica. But like, you know, they had to bring Veronica in to talk to say the things that Sean couldn't say.
Listen, Gabe, you're right, Susie. Gabe was better than Sean. He should get that job.
Oh God, no. No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
My little Gabe, I love him.
I do love him.
Thank you, Wendy H, for the super chat. I'm still trying to find my way on in this crazy life, and I'm sitting here next to Tim, who I once loved and didn't, and we didn't speak for a year. So
I can't. Can you do Tim? I'll owe you a super chat. Because I can't send you a super chat. I'll owe you one if you do Tim.
The funny thing is, I had my hair like in a mohawk before this live started. I was all ready for Tim, and then like at the last second we decided not to do it because we went hard on them on the Single Life reunion. And I was like, I don't know if we should do this. But, you know, then there's Tim, like.
Love you, Wendy.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, Teddy.
Oh, my God. My God.
Here we go.
I don't have enough Aquanet to do it. Hold on. Look how long my hair is. Hold on.
Jesus, it is long. I want to send a super chat and I can't.
Hey, yo, it's Tim. I'm here. I'm here as a. Sorry.
You need eyeliner on.
Y'all's relationships are crazy. Like I'm just this big testosterone-driven straight man. And
get into character, John. Do it good. Get into character. Take a minute. Take a minute.
That's a great wine spritzer right there. Isn't that nice?
From Brooklyn. Thank you, Wendy.
Now you made me mess up my hair.
Thank you, Wendy. I have to get you back on that one. I can't figure this crap out.
God, thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God,
Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Becky.
Thank you, Becky.
Oh, we didn't.
John, I know a good
yet.
stylist if you need one. She's on your
Thank
panel.
you, Elizabeth. I need for Elizabeth. I didn't bring up the bells yet. Hold on. I found all my instruments.
Now I'm jealous that everybody's sending me super chats.
This is for Becky. There you go. Very shaka. Just for you, Becky, right there.
I'm literally having super chat envy.
I can't. But Tim, like, you just like.
John, you had a request to do Jen, but only for 1 minute, and I'm going to time you.
No, I can't do Jen yet. We didn't get to her yet. Now I got to fix my hair. Give me 1 second. Go, speak.
Okay. Can we move on from Mahmoud and Nicole?
Yes, because I'm having super chat envy right now. And I'm not.
Who are we going to talk about next? Let's do Chris and
yeah.
Because I don't believe
Chris is whacked out, man. Something's
like
wrong with
outside
that
of her
chick.
ugly outfit, which by the way, I'm very impressed though that Nicole never has roots. I'm thinking she has her hair done.
Chris always has roots.
No,
always.
Chris does, but Nicole does not.
True, but
no.
I don't even know if that's really Nicole's hair, but Chris had 8 different colors: orange, red, green, 3 inches of gray roots. Like, why would you come on a tell-all looking like that?
Yeah.
And the first day of the tell-all, she said she was sick, so that she had been
Yeah,
for the
Ruthann,
entire.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
her
I don't like
outfit,
either one of them.
it was like her outfit was a cross between like something Prince would wear back circa 1980 and like remember Apollonia when she wore the bustier, so it was like a Prince Apollonia combo.
I don't know. I want to like Jamie because I think she was really in love in this relationship. In fact, I kind of know she was, like, just from the stuff she said. Like, maybe she wanted stuff
Did
fine.
you just say Apollonia? Like,
I
I have
did.
not heard Apollonia since like Shirley E. and Vanity
Sheila
were
E.
around. Remember Apollonia? You
Wait, hold on, John. Lizzie Pooh sent you a cash app. That was so sweet of her.
Oh
Thank
shit!
you.
Let me
She
see.
Lizzie
doesn't
Pop.
like super chat, so she
Oh my-
sent a cash app. So I just want to thank you. That's really sweet. And
Thank
now
you.
you're more
Lizzie
jealous.
Pooh. And hold on. As a
Lizzie
special
Pop.
thank you for the cash app. Hold on. Oh god. Just doing this.
If anybody's getting kicked out of the live, they said there's something wrong with YouTube.
No one should be getting kicked out of this live.
You better get your ass back in here if you do.
No, we're at like 200 viewers. Thank you guys. Smash the like button. We've only got 49.
200 viewers and 49 likes.
Who sent me the cash app?
Lizzie Pop.
Pooh.
Lizzie Pop.
Thank you, Lizzie Pop, for the cash app and Veronica. Thank you so much.
Veronica.
I'm from Pillow Talk, and I'm
Veronica,
also
you forgot to shave.
I'm also a happily ever after tell-all commentator. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, you might want to get that lip waxed.
Don't make fun of my hairy lips.
Thank you for coming back, Rita.
No, I messed up my hair.
Okay. You get kicked out, but you get back in? Okay, good. Oh. But yeah, I think we should talk about Chris and Jamie because like how can so many things happen to one person? You know, she has a neck injury, her car flips, her account gets hacked, her son gets arrested, someone steals her rare motorcycle. All this in like a 6-month time period.
You know what she reminds me of? You know when you watch Dr. Phil and the old women get scammed with the people from Nigeria and they're like, oh, he got stopped at the border and then he was arrested. Then he missed his flight. Then a charter plane picked him up and threw him over the Atlantic Ocean. But he's coming to Connecticut next week. I know he is. That's what Chris is like.
Yeah. I wrote his CEO and he approved my leave so that he can come home
His
and get
name
married.
is Ed, but I call him the general.
Yeah.
What? He's not coming.
Yeah. I heard some scuttlebutt, and I don't know if it's, you know, how truthful it is or whatever, but that production had mentioned to the cast not to go ham on Chris.
Really?
Yeah.
Do tell, Addie.
Tell us.
That the reason was because of maybe some mental health issues. I don't know if that's
Add that to the
accurate.
list.
She might go like Buck Wild, like on the stage and take everybody out.
She's gonna pull out the blade.
Allegedly.
You know what happens if she pulls out the blade?
Listen, she'd be like, shh, shh, like, you know.
We have some chopped bodies. What if she cuts the peacock right off of Miss Debbie's fan?
I'll be useless.
Then what?
One. Fill me in on what happened between Elizabeth, Chris and Jamie since the last recap we did. Tell me what happened between them, so I can just jump on the shark real quick.
Okay, so of course she sent her, you know, tens of thousands of dollars through her mom because she couldn't have a PayPal account. But, you know, I guess there's only one way you can send money to Colombia.
But it was like what, $1,700, right? or something like
Yes.
that.
And I'm sorry, if you are in country and you're spending money on that person for whatever reason, you can't count that note. Unless you're buying them a car or something, so when you go back home.
Guys, they got married, and 5 days later, she left for 6 months.
Working day and night
So let me understand.
with no
We
sleep.
get married, we get an apartment. Jamie's like in love with this chick. I don't know why. That's a little weird. Jamie might be mentally ill also. But she goes home for 6 months, and in 6 months she sends her $1,700, and you want to tell me that you're working day and night to support her? She had to leave the apartment she was in because she couldn't afford it, and then she got herself a job. I felt bad for Jamie. But again, going back to the conversation before, what do you expect? Like, what do these people expect getting into these relationships?
But and don't forget, she flipped her car, which miraculously on her already injured neck, she didn't become paralyzed or something.
Just like Tom Girardi, like what great luck they both have. Tom Girardi drove off the switchback, went into a tree, was hanging there for like 12 hours until like he called Erica. This is Beverly
Lucky
Hills,
guy.
I'm talking about. But
Yes.
and
Don't forget she had to call her son.
also, and then the son's car flipped over 5 times in a rare Pasadena snowstorm. I'm sorry.
And a rare snowstorm.
I try not to mix Housewives with 90 Day, but like I never saw Chris as the winner. I don't know.
Imagine, let me just set up this scenario. I'm single and I'm trying to find somebody, right? So I start talking to this guy from another country, and I'm like, so listen, so I'm bipolar, I have schizophrenia, I'm narcoleptic, I have a broken foot, a broken leg, a broken arm, a broken nose, I don't have any money.
I have an affinity for knives, don't forget.
I love knives, I love guns, I sleep with a rat. So when do you want to meet up? Like,
We
what
retire in 20.
So you want to get married?
So Chris says that she sent Jamie, was it $10,000? Isn't that what she said?
Through
She
mom.
said she spent $7,000 when she was there, but I'm thinking that was her ticket. You know what I mean? Like the wedding. Like, not for nothing, but right now a ticket to fly to Italy is about $2,000 a person. So same with Colombia. They're expensive, and they have been for a year now, over 2 years since COVID. So flying there and flying back twice, right? The wedding, the apartment. So yeah, you probably spent $7,000, but don't make it sound like you supported this girl for a year, because you didn't.
And she said that she sent it through PayPal.
Through her mom.
Through her mom, who was doing it for her. And that she showed the actual PayPals, or Jamie did. Jamie said, "This is what I have PayPal wise,"
and it's $1,720.
Yeah, I mean, like she only.
If you're gonna tell me that Jamie married that whack job for $1,700, they must be real hard up in Colombia.
They never met, and they thought it was gonna work out.
Okay, can I just throw something out there? If you fall in love with someone on the internet, go spend time with them, like longer than 8 hours or something, because what they're like online and what they're like in person are two totally different things. Like, you don't see,
of course,
the goofiness.
But you don't even know how they fuck. Like you're gonna just, oh hi, I'm gonna marry you. Like, come on, like.
And again,
check it out for a test ride before you.
She was able to show. She was able to show the money you sent to her. But then when Sean asked Chris, she's like, "Well, I don't have that bank account anymore. I can't really show you that."
Right. My account got hacked. And,
right. I don't dig Chris. I mean, I don't.
My cat ate my homework.
Yeah, I always try to I don't know. I always try to see the best in people, and on this show, I always try and find like something good about every person. But I really don't see anything in Chris. I just don't.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was interesting that she couldn't prove anything that she sent
Right.
Jamie, because she made the reason was because she lost the bank account.
It's probably because her
That's
nose got in
crap.
the way, Addie.
They said she got her.
I would send you a
identity
super
got
chat
stolen.
to that, but I can't.
So
You know, that's
she had no proof of anything anyway, so she could say whatever number she wanted.
Yes.
And the only proof is on Jamie's side, who did bring receipts. So,
And
But
then
did
why
you see like genuinely when she was leaving, did you see like Jamie crying, like
Yes.
genuinely distraught, guys? Even when they had she was really in love with her.
Oh, 100, yeah.
You can't fake that kind of emotion on camera. You can't.
But Chris just had too much. You know, they focused a lot on the apartment being $150 over. Like, if this person you're going to love and you're going to marry and spend all the time with them, don't you think you should have hard conversations about money? Like, hey, no, I realize $150 doesn't seem like a lot, but no, we can't afford it. We might have to live in the ghetto.
Yeah.
But
you know,
it's what I can afford.
promised her the world, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch. So how did the rest of the season go with them? It just got awful, or
They have nothing to do with each other now.
Yeah, they're done.
So
they're done. They're donezo.
Basically, I stopped watching at the right point, because it was like it just all went downhill from there.
But John,
right?
do you want to bring up the fact that you spoke to Jamie on the phone for a while?
Well, I did. And this is like, while we were still covering it, like back in April, March.
But in April, their story was over in real life, so you got the real story.
Yeah, but like, I don't.
They haven't talked in over 6 months.
I haven't talked to her since. I haven't talked to anybody. I've cut myself off from everybody.
No, but just so you know, nothing's happened with them since. They haven't talked in 6 to 9 months. So I'm just telling you that when you spoke to her, that's still the same situation.
Yeah. And she was, I could tell, like, it doesn't matter. I knew anybody with 2 eyes and a brain can see like that was going to like fail. Just marrying somebody sight unseen that you've been talking to. I could talk to somebody for like months and years on the internet, and then like you meet them and you're like, what? And then you're gonna marry them. I don't know. It's ridiculous as the show is.
I dated my husband for 4 years. Our first year of marriage was so hard because we never lived together. I mean,
see, and I was a homewrecker. And me and Cody Cody was cheating on his other half with me. And then 3 weeks into that, the other half said, I'm done with you. And then me and Cody have been living together ever since. So me and Cody never even like technically dated. We have been living together the whole time we've been together.
You little hussy, you.
Sans 3 weeks. That's the truth. Like, we never had separate places. We didn't it was after that fell through, we've been together and 15 years. Like we had no like dating period or engaged period. It was just
my parents knew each other 6 weeks. And they were married 56 years.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty much me and Cody at this point. Well, we're together 15 years now. But we only 3 weeks. All we had were 3 weeks when we were like, dating, but not apart.
I mean, it's just different when you move in together. Again, I mean, I was with him for 4 years, but I was a young girl. I was 21 coming out of my parents' house. He was coming out of his parents' house. And living together, it's like we killed each other for a year. Everything he did, I did it different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's, I don't even know how we're still together, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's how that works. So, all right. So Chris and Jamie are like, anything else to say about them?
No, there
Done.
wasn't much to say about them. They didn't really have much of a storyline on the last on that one. So,
And you
Let's
were
move
talking
on
about
to
pot stirrers? Debbie was a pot stirrer.
Osama.
Yeah. Osama and Betty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How is Debbie a pot stirrer?
She
I
was
mean,
like the older version of Gabe on the tell-all.
Yeah.
Oh, what, Gabe, who did no wrong?
No,
That
I love Debbie. I'm not talking bad about her. I'm just saying she commented almost as much as he did.
Okay.
I mean, there was a couple comments that she made that I thought, like, what the actual? It just,
yeah, the one against Jamie.
yeah. Oh, I believe Chris. I don't think Chris would do that. Chris seems like a good girl.
And somebody in
Wait,
the comments.
didn't she side with Jamie?
No, she sided
She
with
sided
Chris.
with Chris.
She called Jamie a predator.
Well, Elizabeth W. just screwed me up on that one. You get a negative bell on that one. That's a negative
Yeah.
bell on you, Elizabeth.
I love
Okay.
Debbie, but I didn't agree with her on that one at all. I think
Yeah.
she completely got that wrong.
I think that Jen and Debbie's son are banging.
Remember, like when Kenya on the one of the tell-alls, she like had a fan and she just like snapped it real quick.
Oh, against Portia. Legendary.
It's like I was waiting for Debbie to do that.
Yeah.
But she just, I don't think she could have snapped it quite as great as Kenya did.
Okay, Debbie is no Kenya Moore.
Oh,
no.
no.
Come on, like, she had
But I was
she
waiting
had,
for
like,
the snap.
fanning her, but whatever.
But like in the third part, they really didn't discuss, Osama.
Osama. You're talking about Osama?
Yeah. They really didn't, like, they really covered them in the second part.
John.
Osama.
Can you do Debbie for a minute and I'll owe you
I just said Osama.
I want more than that.
Well, Sean. I really went to Morocco because I felt
just like her.
I felt that me and Osama were really, we formed this bond, and I went there and I sold.
I'm closing my eyes and I feel like Debbie's on
I
panel.
sold everything and my business and my son. And I went there to Morocco with Osama because, he is a poet. He's a painter. He's a bard. He's this generation. He's the next William Shakespeare. Osama is. And, I went there. And
Debbie, where did it go wrong for you, Debbie? Where did it go wrong?
It went wrong because I was there and we were at this really quaint cafe. They served me this tea that I hadn't had since Eisenhower was in office. Me and Osama, we were talking about like our lives together here in Morocco.
You deserve a super chat, Debbie.
And
if I can figure that shit out.
And then Osama tells me that like this is a trial basis, and I'm sitting here in this Moroccan tea room with my boa on, and I'm paying with my Social Security card. And
but Debbie, where did it go wrong with him? Was there no love?
I had all the love in the world for Osama. I mean, I loved him more than my own son. But
did you think he was your son, Debbie?
Yeah. Well, don't get crazy now. Like, there's a line. There's a difference between, loving your son and loving your son. And
It's sad that
Don't make me
you
break.
have
I was in character completely. God damn it.
Oh, thank you, Danielle. I wished I could send one. Thank you, Danielle.
I was there, and then you ruined it. But
I'm sorry. It was so good. I felt like she was in the room.
At the end of the day, I decided that me and Osama, he just wants, a really good looking sugar mama. And, he's not going to have a taste of this French toast. Okay?
Debbie, how did he look?
He looked great. I mean, Osama was like a wet dream to me. Like he had, like Osama, he had like 14 teeth right here in the front.
His eyes didn't bother you, Debbie?
Good for gnawing and chewing on wood like a badger. And some of my very close personal friends are badgers. And then I always knew Osama that he was looking out for me because he had one eye looking at me and the other eye going that way. Like his, if you ever watch Harry Potter,
chameleon.
You guys ever watch Harry Potter? Osama was like Mad Eye Moody. He had the one eye here, and then that other eye was just all over the place. Just making
he did
sure
that special
that
for
I
you,
was
Debbie?
okay.
He did that special for you, Debbie.
Of course he did. Of course Osama did. It's magical. Me and Osama.
Did you have that good romantic night with him?
Listen, there was
one night 12 years ago.
One good night, right? Hold on. Let me take a sip of this brandy I have right here. There was one night that me and Osama had, right? And listen,
that sounds just like her.
we were in
Holy shit.
And we were drinking a bunch of apricot showers. And I told Osama, why don't you come up here and we come up to my room, and I put some Glenn Miller on.
Glenn Miller? Why not Engelbert Humperdinck? That sounds weird.
I'm a big band lady, okay? Wicked Wisdom. I want some Glenn Miller when I'm sweating to the oldies, all right? And Osama, he came in like with cymbals. He would
Excuse me, Debbie. Debbie, can you thank Mel B, Debbie?
Thank you, Mel B.
Mel B. Oh, thank you so much for sending your love to me and Osama.
I'm vicariously living through their super chats right now.
Listen, it's hard. People think I'm an idiot, right? Because I'm Debbie, and I'm 107 years old, and I fell in love with a 24-year-old Moroccan
with no job because he's a poet.
He writes me poetry, and I'm telling you, look out for Osama, because it's going to be when you go to your local Walden Books.
Walden Books.
I can't leave. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead.
When you go to your local Walden Books, at your mall there, you're gonna see the Greeks. It's gonna be Socrates. It's gonna be Plato. It's gonna be William Shakespeare, and then right next to William Shakespeare, it's gonna be Osama. Okay.
Hi, Dawn Marie.
I need give me
John, of all the people you do, that's the best, man.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Jen was good.
No,
Debbie's better.
I think Debbie is like, I feel like she's on our live right now.
Yes.
That was great.
Oh.
I don't like to laugh on camera because it's a bad look.
I don't care.
Plus, I don't want to look weird because I already get comments I talk too much. So, trying to reel it in tonight. I know it's hard to believe, guys. It's so hard to believe, but somehow these people think I talk too much. Isn't that strange?
I'm shocked.
I know. I was like, me? Shocking. Are you confusing me with Addie? Obviously. They're like, John, your partner on that Brooklyn girl, she just doesn't shut up. I said, oh my God, is my husband putting that comment in the live? She's always talking about herself. I'm like, what?
I live for it though.
Great insight to like the minds of Jersey. So
Whatever. I'm just talkative. I can't help it.
what is John doing now? I'm so afraid.
You make up for what I don't do.
Listen. Thank you, Teddy. And Lizzie Pooh defended me. She goes, you talk all you want. I said, thank you. I don't know about it. I'm a little scared.
We've got some big personalities here. So I mean, it's
John, do you think I talk a lot? No.
No.
Solid no. No. Some of your followers are like, stop talking, Brooklyn girl.
No, I absolutely
You
not.
can't
I
please
absolutely
everybody,
love it.
especially in niche streets. So
I
no,
read some
you're
of the
fine.
comments on our last live. They were like,
You're fine.
she just talks about herself. She just talks and talks and talks and talks.
Thank you, Becky. I was just trying to find the wig. All our wigs
thank
are like
you,
very.
Becky.
I was gonna try. Thank you, Becky. I was gonna try and put remember Debbie had this look where she wore like the Aslan necklace. She had like this big lion centerpiece right here. Did you guys know that I was High Queen of Narnia for many years? I fought the White Witch, and let me tell you something about the White Witch. Osama ain't got nothing on her. Okay. But I couldn't find it. So but whew.
John, I have to say, because
You got me smoking and drinking at the same time. There you go.
I have to tell you, of all the impersonations you do, and I mean this, you have Debbie on lock. You may hate the show, but you have her on lock. If I close
100%.
my eyes, I would think Debbie was on our live. You do her really well.
Yes,
It's not hard. All you have to do is listen, and then you just.
Well, I don't listen. I just like to talk.
I've been pretty good at that my whole life. Maybe I should have run into this earlier. But it's not hard, Brooklyn girl. You just gotta think about how they would talk. I don't know.
I would also like a tour of Debbie's closet. Like, I would love a tour of Debbie's closet. Like, I want to see like where all this stuff is.
My son asked me if I would ever leave the house like that. And I said, I've thought about it. I love sparkly stuff. I love lots of sparkles are my thing, but look at myself.
I always wanted to interview people as them.
How much leopard print can I put on when it becomes too much?
Like, I wanted to interview Yolanda, and I love Yolanda as Yolanda. I that's what I've always wanted to do. I wanted to interview somebody as them, as somebody that I've, caricaturized. Is that a word? Well, it is for right now. Caricatured.
Yeah, but you got to get an interview with Debbie, John. You have to. You gotta work on that one.
That's the only thing I like about doing this show is that I could do the voices, and that's the only thing I miss doing.
You have
honestly.
to try and get
not
the
watching
Debbie
the
on
shows is mimicking them, because I have fun doing that.
So I wonder if Rishi found out that Jen gave her number to Julian. Debbie's
that
son.
was the big, Debbie played a matchmaker for Jen and Julian.
And Jen gave Jillian her phone number.
Thank you,
All right, so
Barbie.
are we
We're gonna
on to
talk
Jen
about
now?
that.
Can we,
was just
no, let's go to Danielle. I can't go from Debbie to Jen. Like,
Okay.
I have to like, it's not a switch I can flip on and off. I have to like get into character. It's
Gotcha.
like, I just
Okay.
can't like turn it on. Like, I'm not on Saturday Night Live. You know, like, listen, I
Gotcha.
wish I was, but I'm not.
Give you
So
a minute.
I can't just turn it on like that. I have to think about it. Williams, see, Criddle, Williams,
Williams.
Oh, hibbity bitty.
bibbity bibbity. So
Who actually said hippity bippity?
what?
No one said it on the show. It just
No,
when
I came up with it.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I don't know when I said it. It was like a couple years back, and it was about 90 Day, and I don't
oh,
know
hibbity bibbity.
how I
It's like
brought
on a
it
life
up,
of its
but the
own.
woman was like, "Oh, hibbity bibbity," and like everyone lost it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you like that? Oh, I could do that." I forget how that came up, but it was definitely during 90 Day hibbity bibbity, and that was a fun show. I can't remember how it came up, and I got that from The Good Place. I can't, I don't want to take credit for coining that. I heard it on The Good Place, and then, yep, Crittalin's got it. That's it. So where are we next? Let's go to where are we? I can't do Jen yet because that's a whole nother.
I was gonna
character.
say Danielle and Johan.
Okay, so how much does everybody hate Danielle?
Oh, she's not my cup of tea.
And Danielle's from Long Island. How disappointing. Really, really
I'm not a fan.
disappointing. And she was like not looking fresh on that reunion.
You know what? I thought it was me. I was like, why does she not look right? Like she's like orange from spray tan.
She looked haggard.
The dress is not fitting. For someone that works on their skin so much, her skin looked like leathery. But, I'm not really a talkative person, so I don't want to say too much. I'm kind of quiet when it comes to stuff like that.
Just make you warm up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she
And
didn't
then-
look good, guys. And I really don't understand her. So let me tell you this. I obviously live in New York, right? So she has like a 15-year teaching career here, and teachers in New York. She's
Hi,
at
former
top pay.
teacher. I can give you some insight, but keep going.
I have a family of educators in New York, and she is at top pay because she has her master's plus. So,
well, like you have
at
to get
the
your
very
master's,
least,
but you have to get your master's. Like,
well, I said plus. Meaning
no,
that,
it's just master's.
No.
She has no doctorate.
I didn't say doctorate.
As a New York, I don't know about the rest of the states, but because I went, hi.
I didn't say doctorate.
I don't know. I'm just Brooklyn girl. Do you want me to send Osama to you because I think you might need a guard in your life? No, you have to get your master's. Once you graduate with your bachelor's,
yes,
they give you a 5-year window.
But you could also go back and get your administrative.
But that's not teaching. That's being a principal or being like on the board of ed.
Right. But she did. Okay, let me just go back. Let's just call it teaching, like John's saying. In New York, after about 10 years in New York City Board of Education, you're making over $100,000. In Nassau County, where I live, John, it's $98,000. The city's 98 now, top pay. Yeah, and Nassau County, 121, John.
That's why all the people I know, my friends I graduated college with, who were teachers who couldn't find jobs on the island, all took like quarter pay to teach in like the boroughs. The boroughs are not paying anywhere near what they pay Nassau and Suffolk. No.
So my aunt teaches in Brooklyn, and she's at top pay. And
how many years?
14.
Yeah.
My son will be 15, so almost 15. And she's at $100,000. Listen,
if that's the case, I'm happy that New York City teachers are getting paid.
But hold on,
better.
In Long Island, where I live, they're making way more. But regardless, let's just call it 100, right? So she left that job. Plus, she owned like a yoga
No,
studio.
I cannot rest on 100K. I'm sorry. Like,
Okay.
it's, New York City teachers.
I'll send you
are,
something later to show you.
like, horribly paid, just like New York City cops are.
Okay.
But like, listen, 15 years at it, like she has tenure, and so yeah, at this point, sure, I don't doubt you, but you talk to somebody right out of college who's getting some job at PS 120 something, right? And their pay will not be six figures or
no,
I
didn't say out of college. I'm talking like as many years as Danielle and my
right.
have.
Okay.
So Danielle still left a job that she was in for 10 to 12 years to go live in the Dominican Republic. Come on, John. That's crazy.
I think she was in major debt when she had to escape.
No, I did look at something today. Where's my phone?
Whatever we can call it 80 to go in between. I don't care. The point is she had the yoga studio and she had this great job. And you left it to go live in the Dominican for some guy that you never even lived with yet. It makes no sense to me. You have benefits. You have a 401.
You're right.
It's crazy.
And she wouldn't have been able to take the money out of her 401k without penalty.
She said that she was teaching for 14 years. You know what that means? That means that she had 6 years left to retirement.
Right. 6
years. 20 years you're out in New York. That's insane.
So if she wanted to take money from her 401k, she'd be charged the 10%.
I did go on Instagram today for a hot fucking second. I saw this, and Danielle was saying on the tell-all that if I'm not home right now, I don't pay the rent. The rent isn't getting paid. But Danielle filed for bankruptcy in January of 2022 for apartment rent for $36,000.
Wow. What was she trying to do? Run?
I mean, and again, I have not been trying to I've been out of it for a long time, a couple of months now. But seeing that, I'm like, dang. So she wants to talk this song and dance about Johan and all this, but you filed bankruptcy a year and a half ago because you couldn't pay your rent. And listen, I got evicted. I couldn't pay my rent either. So I'm not trying to judge anybody. I'm just saying, don't throw, don't throw stones in glass houses and all that shit. That's all.
I just want to show you. So teachers in New York start at 45, and between the start date until 10-year period, it goes to 94. I don't know if you could see it.
I believe you. Listen, I'm going off
that's a lot of money to leave.
But listen, I'm going off 20 years ago when I first became.
I know.
And I have not looked into it since then. So I'm happy that in 20 years
I know, they
made a difference.
They deserve it.
But back when I graduated college, to teach in New York City, cashiers at the Gap made more money than you as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is horrible.
I was no. No. So, but and being a teacher is a calling. And why would she want to give that up?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, the money's one thing because again, making $100,000, 90, whatever, that's one thing. But you're giving up 14 years when you could retire at 20. You're giving up, she's got 1 million friends, an apartment that was rent controlled, she said, which you don't get in Manhattan anymore. She had the yoga studio, which, I mean, that's crazy in itself. To go there for what? To support this man child?
It's crazy to me because it's a calling. No one, I knew I wanted to be a teacher since 3rd grade. Nobody goes into teaching thinking they're going to be millionaires. You don't do it for that reason. Teachers always, They don't live a horrible life, but it's not like, limousines and caviar, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is. But like, it's something that you're called to do.
Yeah, and you should get paid for it because you're teaching the next generation of
Yeah.
our country. Susie B said that her aunt is in Great Neck making $130,000, and you know what? Deserves every penny because that's a job I could never do, and I have so much respect for the teachers. But just to leave that, it's just I don't know.
It's horrible. Like, and like, we saw how she hoodwinked him. Like, and again, I missed a lot of episodes, but in the beginning, he was under the guise that she was going to move him to New York, and they were, and then that didn't happen because she goes, no, I want my sunshine and my beach. And
like, what?
Like, go fuck yourself.
I have to tell you, I actually asked my husband about this. So my husband is not like Johan. Like, we live in America. We're in New York. Like, whatever. Like, we respect each other. There's none of that, like, crap that goes on with the hierarchy in a relationship. No, we're equals. But I asked my husband, like, we're married for a month, and I invite, like, my ex-boyfriend over who I slept with. How's that going to go? And he said to me, not very well. Like, why do that? Why? Like, I don't get that. Especially if he told you he doesn't like it. Like, why are you shoving it in his face?
That's the thing. Like, money isn't always worth it. Like, God, every day. Me not. I always wanted to be a teacher. That was my only ambition in life. And I tried it out and I hated it. And I fell into this, whatever you want to call, like, the years after. I've held a series of jobs which I couldn't stand because it was never where my heart was. It wasn't, and when you have a calling, it doesn't matter. Like, people become priests, people become nuns, or, social workers, they don't make anything. And that's like one of the hardest jobs there is. Like, dealing with like that stuff, but people do it because that's what they're called to do. And they don't ask anything for it or want to be recognized. They do it because they love it. And that's their path in life. And it just angers me. Never mind. I'll just drop that whole thought. It just,
I get where you're going with this. I think most people understand what you're saying.
Brooke came up on my live, and I don't want to talk. I'll give this 5 seconds, but she was like, John, you have 4 degrees. Why are you on YouTube? Which is a fair question, which I've been asked a million times. All my degrees are in education, an MAT in education, a double bachelor's in history and psychology, and an associate in liberal arts is not going to get me anything. I don't know what you want from me. Like, when all your stuff, if all my education was in, like, being a medical doctor, and I wasn't a doctor.
Right. Yeah.
And I hate that it plopped on me the way it did. But, you try to do your best with what you're dealt with and whatever. But Danielle being this teacher in New York City and like giving it up to like hoodwink this guy in the Dominican Republic because she is tired of the New York City vibe and all this stuff is like bullshit to me.
But, again, all goes back to what we were talking about before, right? Knowing like who the person is and getting in this relationship. Just like me at 17, knowing what I didn't want when I was in Italy. You are so independent. You're saying how your personality is to do what you want and live the way you want. So why go marry a guy from the Dominican when you know that's not who he is?
And how long did she know him? Because obviously there's a considerable age difference, again, because it's 90 Day Fiance, because God forbid,
What was his profession, though? Wasn't he like a DJ at a nude beach?
What?
Wasn't he one of those cabana boys?
I thought Johan was a DJ at like a nude beach.
I have no idea, but I do know
What
that.
was that term? Yammies? What was that term? Like when the people that work at the resorts to try and get like Americans. What was that term?
Oh, I've heard that before.
Was it yammy?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Or was yammy what Kim and Usman called?
Oh
their-
no! Oh no! Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the. It just hit me. Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, like that's a big difference there. Like, so she's already like, in the realm
I
of
say
not.
she's 42, he's 32. There's a decade.
Was it Sanky Panky? Sanky Panky, Spanky Panky.
I just don't understand it. Johan is everything that she says she doesn't want.
I see Danielle as the bad guy in this one. Sorry.
He was just asking for some respect. And I don't think I think that in her world, this is what I do and I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, sucks for you, get used to it. And in his world, he's like, whoa, you're my wife. I don't want a picture of your ex-boyfriend on our kitchen counter.
I don't blame him.
Okay, so he was a personal trainer at a hotel before when he met her.
So like how like Kalani met Asuelu when he was working at the resort, like when Ashley met Jay and he was working at the resort. Oh my God. I need to be the Pied Piper of it.
He was at the hotel where she was staying, and that's how she met him, was there.
So if you go on vacation and you meet a hot guy that's working there, that's from there, like, then you want to have a night of like passion, or you want to make a really good friend. But do you think maybe it's not a good choice for a husband? I'm just going to throw that out there.
But what is wrong with these Americans, like, who are so entitled? I could see like a Gen Zer, because Gen Zers suck, sorry, but like all these young people, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I can see like a Gen Zer, like, whatever, but like someone like a Gen Xer, like someone in our age bracket, who like who goes to another country, like Danielle, to Dominican Republic, and then goes to the butcher shop and sees the flies there, and she's like, "Oh, what's going on here?" Like, this isn't how it is in America. Like, how many times do we have to hear that? You're not in America.
Okay, so you could say, John, because I know you love to always say, "Oh, it's just because it's 90 day." They're on 90 day, but can I tell you something? I very, very honestly, I at this moment know 3 people, that are in 90-day relationships. Okay, 2 in the Dominican Republic, and the 3rd I'm not going to mention because I don't know if they're watching. And it's real, and it happens every day.
And these people are not on the show.
No, these people are in my life, like around my world.
So they're not on TV. So it is real then.
One of them, I'll just say this really quick. One is a man in his 60s who went to Dominican and is now married. He's got 2 grown kids, and he's like adults, and he's now married to this. He's like 66 and she's like 31. Boobs out to here. She thinks he's like Donald Trump's son. She thinks he's loaded. Really, he has nothing. I know that, but whatever. And you got to see the pictures of like the way she looks at him. And again, it's like there's so many little things I can't talk about, but it's not just these couples on TV. This is every day.
No, and of course, and I'm so happy to hear that. But like, when you bring it to TV, obviously there's like a production value to it. And even in Brooklyn, even if your friends were on this show, I'm sure it would turn into something ugly and like.
Oh, I've told these. These are not my friends. They're people I know, but I've told all 3 through their family, get on the show. But honestly, like the things I hear, it's like it's crazy. And when that woman comes here, it's gonna be torture because the guy's sons want nothing to do with her. She's like their age. She thinks he's rich. He's got no money. Like, it's gonna be made for TV. Do you know?
I know, but maybe someone should tell her that he's not rich.
Good luck.
I mean, like, if she's coming here on that because she thinks he's rich.
There are a lot of Americans that fall in love overseas that tell these people a quarter of the truth.
I
And
know, but like,
we
if
always
you're
think
saying you're
that
rich and you're moving into like, our house,
we always
good
think
luck.
that it's
Like,
we always think it's the person overseas that's scamming the American. But you know what, guys? The Americans sell a load of goods that are not real. Like Danielle, like telling him she's going to be this wife and support him and all this crap. And then she gets there and she's like Miss America independent and doesn't want to respect anything that man says.
while in his country, while disrespecting him in front of his friends and family. I don't know, like, the hubris that where they get the hubris from, like, to I'm American and I'm the best. Like, no, like, when you're in a different country, you're not American. You
Well,
are
obviously, things aren't going well. Somebody in the chat said she's on TikTok saying that he's been abusive, like physically. I haven't seen that, but
what, Johan?
yeah, that was in
Well,
the
that's
chat.
the next step to take, right? Because
Right.
I can't see that. I don't know. Maybe
yeah. So where they stand now in their relationship, while they were on the tell-all, he said to her that, or to everybody, that once the lease is up, he was done. He was ending the relationship. I don't know if that's happened. I haven't seen anything yet come out, because stuff is now starting to come out of everybody else. They're starting to put their stuff out.
And good luck getting like hired again as a teacher. Like, have fun with that.
Oh, thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. John, once you leave, unless you're taking FMLA, or if you have a child, if you're a woman and you get pregnant, you have 2 years, they hold your position and you can come back and teach the same grade. That didn't happen here, obviously. So once you leave the way she did, good luck.
And then went on a global TV show disparaging teaching and all this stuff. Good luck to you, girl, teaching ever again.
Thank you. That was, by the way, that was my point of bringing up the teaching. You get it?
Like, you just don't say, you just don't do certain things. And like, maybe she'll teach in some Catholic school, like, private schools, like, they don't.
For a quarter of the money.
Yeah.
You
and
public
again,
schools
like,
pay bad, guys. Catholic school pays nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so if you want to have how teachers' pay works, let me tell you. You want to work in a public school,
New York, anyway,
where the taxes are like up, because taxes pay your salary. So you want to teach in a ritzy town, like Garden City, Glen Cove, like one of those towns, because your taxes pay your teacher's salary. Now, if you can't get a job in a town like that, then you go to the city, where the pay is a lot lower at the beginning, right? But, if you put your time in, you'll grow up, but then you have to deal with, like,
the commute. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And you give that all up for what?
And then if you can't find a job there, then you have to go to Catholic or private school, where they pay you like less than bread to work there. And I can't see Danielle getting a job anywhere.
And then they just said in the chat, she's burying stones to get pregnant. I don't think she's having kids anytime soon. She's 42 and they're not together anymore.
So yeah, Susan in the chat said that on her TikTok, she said that they are broken up and she does not want to come back to America.
Because like John said, she's
going to live in the DR. Wait, she's going to live in the DR with the meat on the counters, with the flies on it. And she's going to want to stay there forever, even though she's divorced from Johan. Oh my God. Is that what's being said?
Yes. Well, I got news for you guys, and John can agree with this one. Once you leave New York, you can never financially come back. Am I lying, John?
No.
So if I left today and I sold my house and I went to Florida, I can never, unless I hit lotto, come back. And I'm telling you, that's why she's staying there. She cannot afford to ever come back here. Bottom line.
It's hard.
Like,
once you get out, it's hard to come back.
I'm a New Yorker, right? Like, I still have my New York phone number. I still have my New York license plates and my New York license. It's hard, like, because, I'm a proud New Yorker. Like, we are a proud bunch. And I've been in Jersey for 3 years now, and
Back again.
this is like always like where my vacation home was growing up. So like where I live now is always like South New York to me because I spent my summers here, so I always felt like I was at home. But like people ask me all the time like if I want to go back to Long Island, no. Even like if I could afford it, no. Like no.
It's just
No.
not the same.
No.
It's so expensive.
Like my
It's
family's
like,
gone.
God,
Like the traffic. Like Brooklyn. I lived in Lindenhurst. I went to Mineola for work every day. It took me 2.5 hours.
Oh,
to get from
easy.
20
Easy.
miles.
Yep.
2.5 hours.
Yep.
And that
And I will
every single day.
never, no,
That's
never
why
again.
she's saying on her TikTok that she's saying she'll come back to the States, but not New York. Guys, she can't afford to come back to New York. That's why she can't come to New York.
It's so expensive.
But she's gonna stay in the DR, like like peeling like bananas and.
Well, you know what, John? If she's broke, it's the cheapest place for her to live.
That's true.
She won't teach. I promise you, she won't teach unless that. I mean, she talks. No.
By the way, as a
job.
New York City school teacher, you can't even write certain things on Facebook. I personally know someone who was fired from a Facebook post that had nothing to do with school or her students, and she was fired. So you can't even write on Facebook, let alone be on a show like 90 Day and go, all the crap they've been through on the show and get her job back. No way.
But she's like my age, I think, right?
42.
Like okay. Oh, I'm 44, and she looks like she could be my mom.
Dare you say that?
Like she looks haggard and like tired.
Wait, she's
44?
And
42. She's younger than me.
Shut your face. No, she's not. Oh wow.
I don't know. I'm not trying to like go all ham on Danielle, but she is pretty unbearable. Like I can't.
She's
just
rough.
like you.
She's rough. She's rough.
Holy crap.
So who's next on this list? Did we cover Danielle?
John, you just blew my mind.
Well, we're leaving the best to last. We're doing Jen and Rishi.
Yeah, Jen and
Is this
Rishi.
the last couple?
Yep.
Yep.
No, it can't be.
Yeah, we did it. We did it good. This was a great live.
It can't be. We can't be down to Jen.
So drink your juice because we need a good Jen.
There's another couple we forgot about. We must have.
No, John, it's down to Jen and Rishi.
You missed my whole Debbie thing. I was.
And
Debbie
it was good, Cody.
before.
It was really good.
Cody just woke up. Now he's awake. Okay, so all right, Jen and Rishi.
I only had like 2 hours of sleep last night because Mr. Pister over here.
Okay, no one cares.
The whole bed.
Go ahead. So Jen and Rishi. So fill me in.
Okay, first, I'll send you a super chat later. I promise. Do a good Jen for us. Hurry up.
I need to know like what I'm talking about. Like you just like don't. Oh my god. You don't
turn it on. Turn it on.
You don't know. This doesn't work like that.
You can't demand it.
Oh my god. Oh, Shama.
I'm gonna say I'm pushy.
Cody,
Now
get
I'm gonna
Cody.
say I'm bitchy
Cody.
and bossy.
Cody, can you get Shama here to write Brooklyn a poem about how wrong she is?
I'll have her call her.
Okay. Go ahead.
So basically, Rishi told his parents or his mom and brother, uncle, whoever he was, that he doesn't care what they think, that he is going to marry Jen regardless. And she got really upset because they kept throwing the age in her face. Like, we would like you if you were, closer to his age. And she was like, that's something I can't fix. But it really started after like the fourth or fifth time. She was like, they don't need to say that.
But he
made her
said on
mad.
the phone.
Yeah.
He said on the phone, he's like, I love her. She's my other half.
Right.
So what happened between like fill me in? Like, okay, so the last episode I saw, like, she actually got her visa renewed. Like she had to go back because the 3-month visa that was only like 2 weeks, like expired, and she had to go back to like Kansas or whatever state she's from, and then like she got it renewed, and then she went back, and then like that's where like I stopped watching. So what happened after that? Not all at once now.
So
Nobody knows.
she went.
Were you all watching?
Yeah, I'm a little tired of having to do your homework.
Well, no, bitch. No, listen. You made me do this live. You said you gotta finish the tell-all. So this is under protest. So don't you tell me. You're trying to do my. You made me do this. So rewind on that one.
Go ahead, Addie.
Oh, so she goes back to try to fix things and whatnot, and ends up. They pretty much end him crying. They decide that they have to break up, and she goes back to America. So that's how she got to New York. America. So,
America. Say it the right way. Come on, America.
So that's how she got back, came back, so she could be back for the tell-all. It's because they ended, and he cried, and lots of boohooing and stuff like that. And then
listen, we have a special guest here right now.
They when they started on the tell-all, she says that they are broken up.
Osama. Osama. This is my twin sister, Trebby. Osama.
She doesn't shave either.
This is my twin sister, Trebby. And her and Osama are now dating. Sorry, listen.
She got really, really mad when she heard Rishi's mother kept repeating her age and saying she was too old. Something triggered, and she left the stage on a break, and she called him, and I never heard her scream like that. She was like, I'll never talk to you again if your mother says something about my age again. And he said, I love you. You're a part of me. I'm in love with you. But she must have not have been so in love with him, because before she went home, she gave Debbie's son her phone number and wants to hook up with him.
So
wicked.
That was pretty. I mean, that was pretty much Rishi and Jen. They really didn't go over. They just had the mom. I'm going to marry her no matter what you say. I don't care. But then Gabe was like, "You need to stick up for your woman, like man up."
Yeah.
He's to the win.
I can't, because all the pressure's on me to do Jen right now, and you're all looking at me, and I can't take it right now.
I'm waiting.
You really missed the whole Debbie extravaganza, babe. Like, I was on fire with Debbie.
Oh, he was on.
Now they want, like, look what these people want from me. Like,
he was
like, John, do this, dance for us. Like,
it was so good, Cody, that if I knew how to send a super chat, I would have.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that Jen went back, and it didn't work out. And then did Rishi ever tell his parents that?
Yes.
Yes.
On the tell-all.
On the tell-all, yeah, but like in person, like when Jen was there.
Yes.
No, they Gabe, my little lover Gabe. He kind of pushed it
No, when Jen came back to India, did Rishi bring Jen to the parents' house and be like, yo, this is my bitch, I want to marry her?
No.
But he did do it on the tell-all.
He did it on the tell-all. His mother went like this. He goes, he told his mother, I want to marry her. And his mother goes, no.
Yeah.
No.
Uncle and both uncle said the same.
Not possible.
But she said,
give me one second.
Jen said that they are broken up. They are not together. They are not fiancés anymore. But he decided, yes, they are. So, and he says, we're still fiancés. And she looked at her like, we are? Shut up.
And I don't want to get hate for this. This is just my opinion. But, don't you guys agree? Just stop. Like, he's a young guy. He's like 35, like not even. He's like 33. What was he, 33 or 31? Whatever, early 30s. He needs to marry a girl that's his age. He's going to want to have kids. He's the only son. Like, just stop. She's too old. She lives in America. She doesn't want to live with his family. He's going to have to find a girl, an Indian girl that he loves, that is going to have kids, marry him. He doesn't want to leave his house. Why do they complicate shit? Like, just find the person that's for you. Leave her alone. Let her find a guy that's for her. Like, am I wrong for saying that? I don't know.
So he's 32 and she's 47.
So she's not having children.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
He's not Submit. Like, Submit is good with Jenny. He don't want the kids. Like, you know, he's so in love with Jenny. He left his parents for her, left his wife for her. Rishi's not doing it. He's not doing that. Like, he's just not. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like them as a couple. I think that they're adorable together, and I do think he is madly in love with her.
Enough to leave his parents, like some.
Well,
like
he says he says he is.
I don't believe it.
His culture. It's the culture thing, and you have the American going in trying to take their stuff in and make that person change their culture. I mean, I can understand. I wouldn't really want to live on top of my, I don't want to live in the same house as a lot of my family because I like to go off and do my own thing. But it is their culture. So that's the part that I'm struggling with. And she is just adamant. And if he's willing to do that, I guess we'll find out. I just don't see him doing it. But I saw pictures. I saw a picture of them together. I need to go back and look, but they were both wearing beautiful outfits.
Sorry.
Yeah, beautiful, both of them. So I'm wondering if she's back over there. I don't know when that picture was taken. I saw it on Instagram.
Listen, Samit, he has a brother, right? His brother had a couple kids, a wife. Rishi's it, okay? He doesn't have a brother. He's the only son. His father's like dead or whatever. It's his mother and his aunt. He's never leaving that home. He takes care of them.
That doesn't mean that Rishi should not.
That's close.
You know. Look. Now look. Rishi, he put my heart aside. Listen, I'm Jen. I'm great. I have this great haircut. I look like Beverly Crusher from Picard. Right, Addie? Don't I have the Don't I look like Gates McFadden from Picard, Addie?
It is just hair.
Yes. And I put my time in with Rishi. I most certainly did. I listen. I'm a young, beautiful woman from your town, USA, and and I won't stand here and be a part of like Rishi, like just doing this awful stuff to me with his parents. Like I called him and FaceTimed him during the tell-all, and I was like, "Listen, motherfucker, I'm not going to stand for your mother calling me old once more. That's the limit, my friend."
Once more.
Like, my two-toned hair can only take so much. Okay,
I just sent a fake super chat.
Thank you for your fake super chat. Here's your fake bell.
Thank you.
It went off. That's what happened. Oh, she dropped off. just like Rishi would. See, Brooklyn, she's just like Rishi. Just wants to be up here on the panel and get all of the comeuppance and then drop off when times are bad. Oh, here she is again. Oh, what do you say now, Rishi?
Sorry. I was so excited over the fake bell.
It's just really bad. Like, I'm a beautiful woman from, again, your town, USA.
Yes.
And I
Dirt Town, USA.
But Jen, your friends are awful. They're like Cinderella's stepsisters. Why did you let them come there?
Exactly.
because I wanted my friends to give Rishi like his comeuppance.
Okay.
And it's I think I had to limit myself to like one impersonation at the time because like, I can't. I keep thinking about Debbie and I'm trying.
He's getting them twisted.
But Rishi, like we're separated. We're not apart anymore. But then Rishi's saying that we're still engaged, and I say, bull honky, mister. That's not what.
Well, Addie saw a picture of you guys when you went to that engagement party and you hooked up that night. What happened with that?
Oh, that's what that was. That's right. I knew it was something. That was the hookup night.
Yeah.
Look, why are you getting mad at me for posting pictures of an engagement party? Listen, I'm a woman. And if I want to get dicked down by my ex-fiance, then I will get dicked down, so forth. And that's just the rules of any town, your USA. And that's it. So I'm American.
Jen.
And my Gates McFadden Beverly Crusher hair just shows the story of how I love how Addie is the only one getting this joke, and I love it.
I haven't got a clue in the world who
I love it.
About.
Addie, I got a gift for you. Addie, I got a gift for you. Someone you haven't seen in a while.
I miss him.
There he is.
I miss him.
There's Addie's best friend right there.
Guys.
But I'm not gonna let Rishi just steamroll me and have his parents say I'm too old. Like I'm Jenny. Like Jenny's too old. I'm only 40 umpteenth. I'm not I can still have a kid maybe. It's still there. Jenny can't. So I don't know why Rishi's parents can't get on board with me.
Well,
I think the plumbing's a little clogged.
Didn't you give your number to Deb's son? You said he was cute.
Debbie's son's a fox, and
with a career.
He's very manly, unlike Rishi. I'll throw away all the downward dog poses, for him. Okay. Listen, I'm a woman, and I need to get dick down, honey. So if it's not from Rishi, is Mahmoud still around? I don't know.
Jen, Mahmoud couldn't handle you.
No way. No.
He would run screaming from
How
the
about
room.
Osama? Well,
No.
Listen, can Osama handle you? Hey, hey, Jen. It's Debbie here. It's Debbie. I got a question. Maybe Osama would be a better fit for you.
Well, that was Debbie's. That was your favorite person, Debbie. Jen is your favorite person on the tell-all.
Yep.
I don't know if I want my son with Jen. Seeing how she treated Rishi.
Does.
No, you do.
You do. A lot.
What are we doing here? It's me, Andre. I no, I have not talked about him.
Love it.
That was a cleanser.
What are you
palate
doing here? Why
cleanser.
aren't you talking about me?
Who cares about these people?
Hi, y'all. It's Paul Staley. I'm here on this live too. And let me tell you something, as Paul Staley, the one man had a threesome with John Yates and his husband Cody in some hotel room in Virginia Beach. Listen.
Was Karini there?
Karini was not there. It was just a situation between me and John and Cody. And we had a great old good time in that hotel room there in Virginia Beach. And we're moving forward. So
Paul, I'm gonna send you a fake super chat to never tell that story again.
listen.
Oh,
my God.
I just saw what Lizzie Pop said in chat. She said, "Did anyone else scream when Rishi told his parents she was 48 and not 46?"
Oh yeah, that's right. She was so mad about that.
Is that a big difference?
To her, it was.
When you're upwards in age, like some of us are. Yeah.
I have a question. Do you guys think that she looks good for 46? Because I
Or
did-
48? Which one?
Well, she says she's 46, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm 40, and that's only 6 years older than me. And I thought she was older. Like, I thought she was in her 50s.
I'm 39 and she looks older than my mother.
Like,
I'll be 55.
That's fucked up.
yeah,
Well,
wicked.
I'm just saying, it's the truth.
I
My
mean,
mother
I'm
is
not. I like
62,
Jen, and
and
I'm
like,
definitely
damn.
not being rude. I'm actually just being honest. I'm not making fun of her. I swear, I thought she was like 52. I don't know why. I don't think she looks 46. I think she looks older.
She
Mhm.
does.
She,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
she looks a little weathered.
Well,
I'll be
because she is
55 this year.
She's been road
I
hard
mean,
and put up what?
I'm
a few times.
44.
I'm 56, almost 50, well, 55. I'll be 56 in August.
And
Well,
I think we
you
all
guys
look
look
good.
great.
Look at either. Yes.
Yeah, you look great.
So I don't know.
John,
You
you
guys
look
have great
great.
skin. Like,
You look
I'm
good.
again. That's not a rude comment. I'm not even trying to
Don't
be
mess my
funny.
hair
I'm just
up.
John,
being
you look
super
good.
honest.
Oh,
I guess 49% Irish is what helps me. I don't know.
Hey, Addie, it's me, Tim, and I would love to have you in my boudoir anytime, honey. I may not penetrate you, but we can watch Steel Magnolias all
I'll
night
dress you.
long.
That's my
I'll
favorite.
paint
I'll
your
put your
fingernails.
phone.
I'll paint your fingernails, sweetheart. And then, like, you don't have to worry about pesky Veronica right here next to me.
I love
Oh
when
no,
Tim
she won't be a
talks.
part of that.
I love how he drags every word. Like, I don't know, Veronica. I don't know what the thing.
I know
Like,
I love the way. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Tim.
no, I
Tim
love
fan.
Tim. I love him.
I got Erica
I'm a
Girardi's
Veronica and Tim
glance.
fan.
I love both of them, Addie. I don't like his fashion, but I love them. But when he talks, he's like, I don't know if Veronica.
I have to name drop. Veronica liked a comment that I left on her last video on
Oh,
Instagram. I got a like. I was like, oh.
ooh.
Addie, you were just fired from this panel.
Sorry, I love Veronica.
Collect your severance pay, and you'll be on your way. And
with the eyeliner.
no, I don't want
Listen,
the
I feel like what I said is mean, and I'm not trying to be mean. Like, maybe people think I look older than 40. I love Jen. I just didn't realize she was only 46. My mom is 60. We're 20 years apart. I'm 40 and she's 60. And honestly, like, she looks younger than Jen.
That's what I said about my mother. Like, my mom's like, oh my God.
I don't know why. I
I'm
just
like,
thought
no,
she was
that's my
older.
mother.
Okay, Brooklyn, you need to. Do you have Paramount Network?
I don't know.
You need to go to Picard season 3, episode 1, where you will see that Jen has the same haircut as Beverly Crusher. Like, it's crazy.
I'm gonna Google that the minute we're done with this 2-hour live.
It's the same cut. I don't know. I don't
Maybe she's a Trekkie.
I would listen. If she's a Trekkie, I will turn this holding around be her best friend, and be like, "Bitch, don't fuck with Jen."
What's a Trekkie?
Someone who likes
Person
Star
who
Trek.
likes Star Trek.
I've never
Oh,
seen
God.
one episode in my whole life.
I'm married to a Trekkie.
So is he.
Hated it, and he got me into it. So
I've never
now I
seen
love
not
all of them.
one episode in my whole life. I've never watched Harry Potter ever. I've never
Oh,
seen
my
Star
God.
Trek.
I don't.
How are you friends with
My
her?
brain-
I've never watched Star Trek. I've never watched Star Wars. I don't even know
Well,
the
Star
difference
Wars,
between the
I
two.
don't care
Star Wars,
about.
I'm not a
But
fan.
Star Wars is my thing.
you
have
never
Star
watched
Wars.
Harry
Wars,
Potter or Star Trek?
Nor have I read. I bought you something I have from Disney, that little keychain, but I've never read or watched not one Harry Potter anything. I don't even know who Harry Potter is.
Get your face. What?
Wow.
I'm
And
not even
I've
a
never
Potter
seen
fan.
That's a
Star
lot of
Wars.
information to
I've
process
watched all
in
of
like
them.
10 seconds. Wow.
Well, we have
Time.
other things in common.
Holy camole.
He's gonna kick me off the live. I love you all.
Well,
I love
it,
you too, but bye.
it was
Max.
nice, guys. Send your goodbyes to Brooklyn because
Rest in peace. Sorry.
we can have this here on this panel. Like, you know, this is
How
how
dare
it
you.
is. I mean, like, I could say no Harry Potter, but no Star Trek on top of it.
Never in my life have I seen one episode of Star
God.
Trek, Star Wars, or Harry Potter ever.
Not
Okay.
even the ones
Thank
from
you,
the
Velvet.
beginning.
What?
Oh my God!
Not
Did
even
you?
the old ones.
My son taught me that Luke, I'm your father thing, and I still don't understand it.
Luke,
I don't even know who Luke
Well, that's
is.
Star Wars, and like
Luke,
I'm not a
that's
Star Wars
Star Wars.
person. I've never
Luke,
seen them either.
I
But,
am
like,
your
God,
father.
But Star Trek, come on. You have to. Trust me, they are really, really, really good.
So
I did
we're
not
gonna
wanna
have to
watch
have
it.
like a movie night, is what I'm hearing,
I'm
where we can play like all
100%.
the movies.
And I do this thing in my house. I've been doing it for years. My son is 15. My daughter is 9. And every week I did it with him. Now I'm doing it with her. Every Friday we watch one movie from the 80s or 90s. So my son has seen everything. But like we just did Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, Overboard, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Look Who's Talking, Problem Child. Like we go through all of them.
Did you do Adventures in Babysitting? Oh, listen, you're fired. I can't. Like,
Kick her off.
how many chances do I have to give this
Get
woman
her
here?
out of here. Get her out of here.
How about True Beverly Hills?
We just did it Friday.
You're a liar. You
No,
liar. You're a liar.
No, we just did it on Friday. She loved Phyllis, the leader. But
Oh my
that was the
goodness.
last one we did.
The,
Swear to God.
our cake cutting song at our wedding was from True Beverly Hills. Like that's how much we love that fucking movie.
Gather round you, get
Friends of mine, we're wilderness girls and it's cookies. That's how we cut our cake to at our wedding.
We just watched that one last week and she loved it.
It's an awesome movie.
Oh my God! There's so many things that
Don't
you
worry,
said.
girls.
You just said that were just so
Fun.
foul that like I can't.
Wait
like,
a minute. You should be proud. I'm teaching my kids about the 80s and 90s.
Adventures of Babysitting should be like the first movie.
But I've never seen
agree.
that.
Oh, it's cute.
What are you talking about? Elizabeth Shue? You've never watched Adventures in Babysitting? Oh my God. I can't be friends with you anymore. I don't know.
Wait,
what to
wait,
say anymore.
hold on.
I, like,
Come
That goes
back.
on the list.
back.
this is
Come back.
beyond like
Wait
the
a
scope.
second. Stop. Is that when she was babysitting and then she took the car?
Yeah, she was babysitting, hence the title.
No. I saw it. She took the kids with her and they were out all night in the car and they got pulled over. Like all that stuff happened. I saw that. I did see, I swear to God, I saw that.
Okay, so she did see it.
I did see it, John. I did. I didn't know the name, but I saw it. Yes.
Like, so
She was watching a girl and a boy, right?
Mhm.
A bunch
There
of
was
girls and
two
boys.
boys.
It was
Yes.
not just one girl and one boy. It was
It started out that she was just watching them and then she got a phone call and then they went on this whole
Okay,
thing.
well, I think you need to revisit this for Friday night, 80s and 90s night.
Yes,
at your
I will
house.
do it next week. I did see it. I did.
It's like one of the most classic 80s movies of all time.
I saw it, and when the parents came back, they were back, right? Like they had no idea what happened.
Like the last 30 seconds of the movie.
But I saw it. I saw it. And because of you, I'm gonna make my daughter watch it this week.
It's classic American.
But I don't think I'll ever watch. Sorry, Harry Potter.
What about the baby?
People always text me, and
What about the babysitter thing?
she watched it.
She did watch
That
it?
I watched.
Okay.
Because Harry Potter would just be too much. I'm not like I'd have to go back and back and back and back.
It is a lot. Trust me. I still have to keep watching them myself. So I
It's
totally
8 movies.
understand
It's
all
I
that.
know he has like a.
You just watch them in order, and you're good.
No, you still have to rewatch them and rewatch them.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Horrible.
I still have to rewatch them and still don't understand.
I'm not trying to get off topic, but I will say for a live, John didn't want to do. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes in.
I really didn't, and it's still under protest.
Gracie's
Whole
been
Whole live
battling
is
with
under
you.
protest. You've been making me say things. Oh my God, you guys! You're all getting blacklisted from my live. All of you.
I love you, Tonya.
All of you are getting blacklisted. Like
I
shit.
think I've seen almost all of them.
I'm gonna have to go on TikTok and play every Harry Potter movie, like from beginning to end.
No.
And-
don't.
16 Candles is one of my favorites. Pretty in Pink was one of my favorites.
Oh my God, Pretty in Pink is like fun, but it's like, like who cares? Molly Ringwald, like whatever. Like,
What was the one?
You know,
John,
my
hold on.
flyer.
you know what the best Molly Ringwald movie was?
Breakfast
Was when
Club
she,
was
When
one
she
of my
got
favorites.
pregnant.
yes, that one.
I love that movie. When he was
she's
going
all
to go
that
to
now.
Cal State. He was going to
Yes,
go to
when
Cal
she
State.
got pregnant, and they had to live in their own part. That's the
best.
for keeps. That's the best Molly Ringwald movie there is.
She went
For
to the
keeps.
prom with the big bump.
Yeah, that for keeps. That's the best Molly Ringwald movie there is.
I actually love. I've watched that a million times.
Oh,
Do I-
Breakfast
am I-
Club
am
was
I
one
And
of
they
my
made
favorites.
Theodosia after like a
The
quick kicking
Theodosia!
goal. Yes, that's it. For keeps. That's the best Molly Ringwald movie.
True story.
True. Yes. She's great.
Oh my God. Now we're on Molly Ringwald.
But let me tell you. So my daughter. So last week was Overboard. So she's watching the movie and she was so invested.
Please make sure
Which
you
one?
watch
The
like the
new or the
original
old one?
Overboard and not
Oh,
the
no,
bullshit
no.
Anna Faris one.
Hold on. My son went to go rent it. He goes, Mom, with Anna Faris? I said, excuse me. No, with Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
So my daughter's watching it. And then the ending, she was so upset. She's like, that wasn't good. They didn't get married. They didn't have a baby. I said, Brooklyn, I got one better. And I Googled and I showed her that they're married. In real life, they're still together. And she was so happy. So happy.
Like they jumped off the boats at the end.
You know what? It's not enough for this generation. They want to be
Like God Almighty, they jumped off the boats at the end of the movie.
This generation, that's not enough for.
The
No.
lighthouse was there in the back, and like they were saying the story, and like
She's like,
they
what?
jumped
No
off
wedding?
the boats. Oh my God!
They didn't
No.
have like triplets? No.
Like this Anna Faris Overboard. Like God, why did they ruin that movie
Horrible.
with that? Jesus Christ!
Horrible.
If I had 2 thumbs and 10 titties, I give it 14 titties down. Is what I would say.
You know what's funny?
Movie.
2 thumbs down and 14
Both of my
Love it.
children, I made them watch because one of my favorite movies my whole life was Wizard of Oz. And I loved Wicked. But both of my children hated Wizard of Oz. Like, hated it.
Did you
hated it.
call a priest right away to like correct them?
I was so upset.
How could you hate the Wizard of Oz?
Let me tell you, my son, when he was little, hated it. And my daughter, about 30 minutes in, she was like, this movie's so scary. Take it off. I was like, what?
Oh my
I
God.
love that. I
The
loved
first
it
time I
almost as
watched
much
that with
as
my mom, I
Sound
was,
of Music.
I think I was like 5 or 6, and like it was on like TV because they replay it every year, right? And this is back like 1985.
Yeah.
So
That was 70
and I
years
remember watching
ago.
that with my mom. I was bored because it was like black and white in the beginning, and like I'm a 5-year-old. It's like, I don't have like that much of an attention span. And she's like, "No, wait, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better." And like, when like it all became colorized, and I was like, "Oh."
They didn't like it. She loved Grease. I mean, loved Grease.
Grease is
But let
my
me tell you,
favorite movie.
she loved Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I have a 2-second story. I know it's late. So I had told my daughter about your menstrual cycle because a lot of kids get it at 10 years old now.
Are you frozen?
Right?
Okay.
So I told her the whole story about getting a period and all that. So we watched Look Who's Talking months later. And I was inside cooking when it started. So I came in about a half hour into it. So she watched the whole movie, right? So Easter Sunday, we're out to eat with my family. And she says across the table at the restaurant, "Well, I know how babies are born." So my dad was like, "Oh, you do?" She's like, "Yep. You just have to go to bed with your husband, have sex. And you know what happens? The tadpole goes into the egg and it makes a baby." So my mother was like, "Who told you that? Look Who's Talking."
Yeah, America.
The first 10 minutes of the movie when the little tadpole's swimming,
Mhm.
she put that shit together real quick. Gotta
So
watch these movies.
Going back to Gabe.
Go back to Gabe.
I was reading on Twitter, Jean-Luc Picard. Obviously, Addie, I follow that person.
Mhm.
If I never see Gabe on my screen again, it will be too soon.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
And I'm just gonna read some of the tweets off this. Seems like he worked so hard to go from fan favorite to least popular. He's getting us ready for a spinoff. Heather says, "I love how he says he is non-confrontational. Thank you. Seems like he can confront anybody but his sister." And Lex writes, "I liked him a lot and loved them as a couple. I still like her, but I did a 360 on Gabe."
Her.
I agree. At first, I liked him, but now he's just annoying. Amazon Goddess says he's working hard to get himself on Pillow Talk. Queen of Words says,
This is harsh.
"Well,
like
this is the people."
But I love
Queen of
him.
Words
I
says,
always
"Yup,
will.
Gabe acting like an unpopular kid who is trying for his 15 minutes to be popular. Please," like Danielle, stop. "Please don't prance him out on Pillow Talk at all." L. Lux says, "I liked him at first, but he's really annoying on here."
Wow.
Miss Janice says, "I like Gabe until a tell-all." John says, "Gabe wants everyone to be accepting of him, but attacks everyone else's beliefs and ways of life. What a hypocrite."
Wow.
Tell me that's not true. I'll wait. I'll play slide whistle for you while I wait.
I still love him.
Sorry, but Addie and I are not gonna. We're not gonna give up on him because we don't do peer pressure, right, Addie?
Nope. I like him.
Keep reading that.
They're just jealous.
I like Isabel.
It's Clefautus says, "It seemed out of character for Gabe to be so strident about the lack of communication. Gabe is not a great communicator. Proof of him being a man. Isabel shows a lot of grace and strength during these misunderstanding issues." Agreed. Over him. Gina says, "He is so opinionated and exhausting. He needs to shut the fuck up."
They always say that about the person who's set up to be that part.
You
on
got
the
it,
tell-alls,
Addie.
though.
You got it.
They did. I mean, I was just as annoyed at Debbie at times, and I like her. So I just think it's the way it was set up. I think it was
because they let him be the mouthpiece. They don't like him now.
That's exactly. If you go back, and I bet you if you read the same Twitter, the same stuff
That's
every
right.
time these tell-alls go, it'll always be that person. Remember Debbie, the other Debbie? She
Look-
was that person that nobody liked either because she had a big mouth.
Look at me. I have a big mouth, and they talk about me. There you go.
So I just think
there's like
I'm sure
another
we'll-
100 comments I could read off that thread, all about how.
Well,
Gabe
guess
is
what? I
awful.
don't want to hear them.
I was watching his
You
live
guys
the other day
really
on
don't
Instagram.
think that he was like really trying too hard on that tell-all? Like,
I think he-
honestly,
I think
I
he
had
was
to
told
rethink
to
things
try
if you
too
think that
hard.
he was like on point.
I think he had a lot to say, and I think I agree with a lot of stuff he said. Not everything, but a lot. And I think that he was told to speak up, and he
You don't
did
think
his job.
he was like, you know,
I don't think
pandering to like
purposely was
the people
trying. I
who
think
like he thought that like, you know, if he disagreed with Mahmoud, you don't think he was pandering like crazy. And then when the one hard question came about him and his own sister, when he was so confrontational and wants to call people out like this and that and that and that and that, and then he says, I'm not confrontational. I don't talk to my sister.
Again,
Come
you want me to
on,
go
y'all.
through this again? Do you want me to school you again on brothers and sisters?
Do you want me to reschool you?
On brothers and sisters. Wendy H, can you defend me? She defends me on everything. Tell him, Wendy.
I'll keep reading the comments then. I think Melissa Landro says, I think he's a fan of the show and knew Sean wasn't going to ask the tough questions.
I'm taking back my fake super
He
chat.
came off annoying, but took one for the team. Deneen Plaincheck writes, I couldn't finish the tell-all. I could not stand Gabe.
These people are ridiculous.
Lena Virtuoso writes, how is Gabe saying he is non-confrontational when it comes to his sister and his ish, yet he is super confrontational and all up in everyone else's business? Hashtag whack Gabe.
Thank you,
Sunshine writes, me too. He is the new Jabari, aka Sparkles. Wow. Christina B. Batham. At least he wasn't asking questions that Sean wasn't, but yeah, he talks too much. I'm reading it, you know, so it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
Jason D. I mean, I'm not lying. Amen. Worst character ever. Like,
First of all, let's not lose fact of the part that an actor that people know made that negative comment. So everybody on Twitter is also making a negative comment underneath his negative comment.
He was a giant dickhead on the tell-all. That's why people are.
Well, then I guess I'm a dickhead too, because I agree with a lot of shit he said.
And that's why I have this panel, so we all don't agree with each other all the time.
I'm sticking to it, my friend.
We all agree with everything we say, right?
That would be boring.
Exactly.
But I have to say, with all the love in my heart, that Brooklyn is wrong, and I'm right.
You son of a gun. Oh, but you see, Addie, he only said Brooklyn is wrong because he likes you. He won't say Addie is wrong.
Oh God!
See, Addie?
He didn't even mention my name.
Child.
Addie, do you agree with all this stuff that
she's been telling you for an hour that she agrees? Speak up, Addie.
I don't agree with some of the things he said when it came, especially when it came to the religion part of it. But even though he has that in his background and whatnot, but I will stick to my whole thing. I think he was put in that position by the producers.
And he was Gabe reminded me of on this tell-all.
Addie, he's not even listening to you, Addie.
Tanya. Gabe reminded me of a giant Tanya.
I didn't get that at all.
Oh, I did. Oh, one of these truth tellers who wants to put their stuff on you, and like they're always
Addie,
right, and you can't fight them. That's what this reminded me of. A big old.
I'm married to a Trekkie. That's why.
Yeah, so you watch Star Trek and you know Harry Potter, so he doesn't say shit to
you.
you.
Will you stop with the Harry Potter and the Star Trek shit?
You're so goofy.
And Wicked never gets in trouble either. I wonder.
Because Wicked's smart.
I wonder what the problem is.
She knows better.
I wonder.
Wicked, do you think I'm wrong about Gabe?
Oh, she's gonna say it now. Yeah, right.
No, well, you called her out.
She's
So
kissing
I'm
her
gonna
dog.
address
She's
it,
not gonna
won't
say it.
I? Do you think that Gabe was being too much on that tell-all? Don't be afraid to disagree with me, but if you do, I don't know what might happen to you.
Points for you.
No, I'm kidding. No. Do you honestly think that Gabe was being too much?
Not too much, but I
She
think
likes him.
that he was. I think he and Debbie were stirring the pot to make it a little bit more interesting.
Thank you, Wicked.
Wicked is hiding behind a puppy, and that's not cool. Give me Georgie. Where's my Georgie? Georgie.
Oh,
Okay, I can hide behind an animal.
Gabe was set
Fine.
up.
Cute
That's
puppy.
what happened.
Georgie,
Gabe
Georgie,
was
come
set
here,
up.
baby. Come here, mommy. Georgie, come here, baby.
It's 3
Thank
against
you.
1
This
and
is
you don't like it.
crazy.
There have been so many of those types that have done that, though,
Yep.
over the years,
Yep.
where you love them during the show and then they become
Georgie.
the voice at the tell-all, and you're like, oh
Hey.
no.
Yeah,
Come
and
here, mommy. Come here.
I don't think that he was like out of control or anything. He did bring up a lot of good points, and I do feel like he was okay with a stranger because, he was like, okay, what is the likelihood I'm going to see these people again? Yeah, you're in the 90-day community, blah, blah, blah. But,
Right.
it's not like you're going out to dinner with Mahmoud and
Right.
Nicole after dinner.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you something. If I was at the tell-all, I would be getting the same comments as Gabe right now because I would have made every comment he made and more probably.
Yeah. So I do believe he was being a little extra, but I do believe that he did say a lot of very valid points.
Odd man out with the cat.
And my cat loves me, so there it is. It's my baby. And listen, it's a lot easier to hold a dog, Wicked, than a cat. By the way, so I'm winning already on this battle because cats don't like to be held normally. So I got my little son here with me who loves me so much.
I've got one too. Look.
She'll snuggle up and just lay on my chest.
Brooklyn, where's your pet at? Where's your pet sidekick?
I'm trying to get one of the rats in the street. Hold on a second.
Say hello, everybody.
Oh, I'm really. Thank God my camera's not on. I'm out of this one.
This is the one that I did the Instagram picture of.
No, Brooklyn's a real Italian. She probably has no pets in her house, right?
Not even a picture of a pet.
Exactly. Like that's how real Italians are. Like they don't have any animals. It's bad luck.
If you have like a dog and he walks around your kitchen, my grandmother would be like, "Schkivo," like get him outside.
Look, it's me and you, Wicked.
Yep.
All right. The three of us are still going strong. Although I have a
Like,
cat,
what are you doing,
which
Mom?
is a lot harder than like a dog. So
I had a fish once, but he wouldn't take a picture with me like this, so I guess that doesn't count.
I'm letting I'm letting Georgie go gracefully. Bye bye.
This one here is like, will you just put me back down again? I was sleeping. You woke me up for that.
Guess what, guys? I think we covered the whole freaking tell-all.
We do.
Yeah, I think we did.
So we'll be back on Wednesday. What time Wednesday, John?
9.
9. Okay.
Now, here's the important question as I'm
boy.
eating. Sorry. Now, will we be covering the next 90-day series? He's getting bitchy.
I can't stand
I'm
it.
okay. I'm okay if we don't.
Like I will be like,
We don't have to, but I thought that people you knew are going to be on the next one and you wanted to cover it.
no, I don't know anybody on there other than the fakers, Gino and Jasmine. And like, how am I supposed to cover that? They're in it for the money. He paid for her. She was a whore. Like she was on the website and he paid for her services.
Yeah.
And now we're supposed to believe that they're in fucking love. And I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, look at this love story.
I get it.
Like, you know,
I understand.
I don't know.
Well, it's fine. Honestly, I'll be honest. I thought Angela was going to be on it.
No, she would not be on before. Angela's happily material. But
Oh,
Angela
I'm
would
sorry.
not. Angela would not be on before.
I didn't know before was coming next. I thought it was happily.
No, it's before. If it was if it was happily, I'd be doing it because obviously, like you know, Andre
can
will be
skip before.
then I could do Andre and talk about him.
Quick recap before we end it. Andre and what's her name? Like they're not gonna. I don't see them coming back, right? Like you think they're
Libby?
done?
Andre and Libby.
As far as I know, they'll be back on Happily. They've been trying to get their own spinoff, like you know, the family Chantel. They all just try so hard, like Gabe on that tell-all, like trying to make a name for themselves. And hey MCT, I don't know if I do. If I do it, I'm not taking notes, and I'm gonna shoot from the hip. I like it was. I don't know.
Or you can do like a once in a while, like this. Not.
But you don't really believe this show anymore. Like
all of it.
No.
John, I'll tell you one
in
thing.
the chat.
I'll tell you one thing.
You guys believe the show?
I believe that every couple that was on this tell-all at one point was a couple or is a couple, but I think there's a lot of fabrication in the middle.
I just don't believe it. I don't believe anything there. Like I believe 0.00 of what the show puts out.
What about Kalani and Asuelu? Are they still? They're not together, right?
I'm not understanding if they are or aren't because I'm confused by the photos that were put out of Asuelu with Chantel
Winter.
Winter.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if that's actually a thing, and that's why Kalani.
But they all know how to like use each other. Like that's the other thing. Like you know, Asuelu with Winter, and then you have like you know Kim's son Jamal with Veronica. You know now we'll see Jen and Osama, my son. We'll see Jen with Debbie's son now because they know how to like keep it going. And like I don't believe a fucking word of it. I don't.
I mean,
no,
devil's advocate. If I was given 15 minutes of a spotlight, I'd try and use it to my advantage.
No, hell yeah, anybody would. I'm not saying like sure. I think anybody in that position would. You know, they want to keep it going. And the spotlight, and it's nice being like you know whatever. But
reality TV is about getting invested in people's lives that we don't know. And you get vested after all these years of watching.
Like that whole thing with Jen saying that she got Debbie's son's number. That was a big old fucking set up stage ploy. You know, did anybody think that naturally happened? You know,
right.
I don't know.
I think I remember the first time I heard that a story was contrived or created by the producers. I cannot remember who it was, but they were talking about something. And after I heard that, after that, I look at everything with a whole different view on it. And I no longer feel the same that I did. And now I just watch it to watch it because we were covering it. But
Addie,
what you guys really want to talk about? Like, okay,
hold
so
on.
say we cover before 90 days. That starts next week. So you guys want to hear us all talk about like, oh look, the friends don't approve. Oh look, the family doesn't approve. Oh look, there's a big age gap. Oh look, they don't know the culture. Do you want us to say that
John,
again for
we watch Housewives and we talk about the same people.
Yeah, but Housewives are different. It's different. It's you know, it's just friends going to fucking lunch and having parties. You know,
well,
they're not trying to marry each other. Their friends aren't trying to talk each other out of it. It's just like good old fashioned, like you know, uppity bullshit.
Addie, I have to say, I have to comment on what you just said. You know how that changed TV for you? That changed. So when I filmed my episodes of Say Yes to the Dress, I feel the same way, because after filming, especially like with the producers I had from TLC, we filmed for like 18 hours and it made like a half-hour show, and I got the worst comments you can imagine. Twitter that night, I mean, I needed to kill myself. I needed a muzzle. Meanwhile, I did everything. I was the maid of honor at my cousin's wedding, and if I tell you, spent money through everything, that if I was their maid of honor, they would kill themselves. It was awful. But regardless, I looked at it so different because they had me say certain things. They set the tone for that day. I actually fought with my cousin on the way home. We were killing each other because they caused so much tension that day. So I get now like what they do. They don't tell you say this, but they said to me, she had just pulled a dress that she loved, and they said, go in there, go pull dresses and have her try them on and tell her these are better or whatever. And then I did that, and then I look like a bitch. You know what I mean? And they made I wasn't getting married, but they made the whole episode about me. It was crazy.
I shot a whole pilot, like a whole series that never got picked up. It was like a poor man's apprentice. And I know like how production like has you reshoot shits and
then, John,
redo things.
And then from that one show that I signed my name to, they used us in 4 episodes. So like they took parts of our show and put it in like top 10 worst mothers, top 10 worst, like we weren't just, and then on top of that, they had like a Geico ad that year and then put a clip of me and my cousin in the Geico ad. It was horrible.
Was Joan Rivers in it, like about Benihana?
No.
But I
So
understand. Like I shot a whole thing, a whole reality show, and I understand. Like, you know, there was one shot where like it was like The Apprentice. It was like the ripoff of The Apprentice. Probably wouldn't get picked up, but like the our boss had like all our resumes in his hands, and he walks into the room and he's like, "Oh, your resumes suck," and he like rips them all up, and like the paper didn't fall like the right way, like so like that had to be reshot like 10 times.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it.
When we first got to Kleinfeld's, it was light out. So they said, let's shoot the scene of you leaving. I said, okay. So we had to walk out, but we had to do it twice because once we had to look like we were happy because we bought the dress. And then the next time we had to look like we were not happy that we didn't get a dress. So we shot that before we even looked at any dresses.
The great world of editing.
Reality TV.
Crazy.
So, did we cover everything?
Yeah.
Yes, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
See you guys back on Wednesday night, right?
Yeah, we have Jersey to do.
Just very quickly, let me answer in the chat. No, we did not get paid. We didn't even get a bottle of water. We shot on Valentine's Day for like 18 hours. They didn't even give us a chocolate. And if you buy the dress, you don't get 1 cent off of it, not even free alterations. There is absolutely zero you get for doing Say Yes to the Dress. They won't even send you a free copy of your show.
Even the bride?
Yeah, even the bride. You get nothing. You get the opportunity to be on TV. That's it. My car got towed. They didn't give a shit. They were locking up.
Huh.
So just so you know, and again, they used me in 4 episodes, and I didn't even get little side note, a year later, the producer, Michael, I had a 212 number on my phone, and I was working, and finally I answered after days of them calling me, and I don't even know if I should say this, but whatever. And it was the producer, and he said to me, "Hi, I'm so-and-so from TLC. So listen, we're coming out with a new show, and we're just wondering if you would want to film for us. We think you were great last time." I said to him, "Great. America hated me. He goes, unfortunately, that's great in the TV world. I'll never forget that. And he wanted me to be a part of a fake family. And he wanted me to make believe I don't even know what the show was about. It was something bridal. And I said, am I getting paid? He's like, well, not in the beginning, but you never know where it can go. I said, wait, you want me to miss time from work, go to the city, film for all these hours, and you're not giving me a dime? Meanwhile, half the people in my family was telling me I was crazy. You never know. I said, no, they got enough free airtime from us that they play every freaking day. And I wasn't doing it again. So that was that.
Do you want to tell everybody like how they can watch you and say yes?
Yeah, I do not. No, I'm sorry. I do not.
Well, you'll keep everybody busy this whole night.
Like 30 pounds
you're going to be trying to figure out which episode you're on.
I was like 30 pounds heavier, and I was on steroids because I was trying to get pregnant. And I thought it was a good idea to wear shoulder pads and stripes.
I'm sorry. Was this filmed in 1988?
No, Mr. Yates, it was not.
Did you have like
I wore a blazer.
Epitaph?
I look like a linebacker. I cut my hair short, dyed it red. I would never tell my episodes ever.
Were you wearing like a Z Cavalry like jumpsuit?
I look like a Guidette from 1987. Not one person in my goddamn family told me it was a bad idea.
So a Sergio Tacchini jumpsuit?
No, I didn't say that. Okay. I was wearing a striped blazer with shoulder pads. And I want you guys to know one more thing before we're done. You know when they interview you, right, when you're talking, do you know where that interview takes place? In the fucking broom closet. I swear to you. Do you know when they there's like a dress behind them and they're giving their interview? It's in a broom closet and you're sitting on a milk crate and it's 1,000 degrees in there. So when you're watching Say Yes to the Dress reruns and you see them being interviewed, they're sitting in the broom closet on a fucking milk crate. And they said to me, when you answer our questions, you have to talk in present tense. Well, that's not a natural way to talk. So if they say to you, so did you like the long dress that was strapless? If I said, oh, I didn't like that dress, they would say, cut. And then you'd have to say, oh, I love this dress. It looks, and it's a very hard way to talk. You know what I mean? So anyway, long story short, it killed reality TV for me in a big way. Now tomorrow on John Yates' comments, that fucking Brooklyn girl doesn't shut up for a second.
And you curse a lot. Like, you really do have a funny
Oh my God.
God.
Is that pot calling kettle right there?
Like, I think Brooklyn beat me for cursing tonight. I'm just saying, like,
whatever.
I gamble, but you do have a mouth on you. No wonder why
I'm a Leo.
Put you in a closet. Like, that makes sense now.
Whatever. Love you all.
But like let's interview this bitch in her closet. Like, let's get her away from all of us because she curses and she's mean.
And she likes Gabe.
They put the Gabe likers in the closet.
Listen, I just thought that was a little good 411 for people to know about shows.
All right, so we spoke about the show tonight. And
short of Christmas, we spoke about everything.
We did. And we'll be back on Wednesday night to discuss the first part of the Jersey Tell-All reunion, which is going to be, and the reunion's going to suck until part 3. We all know that, but we're going to cover it. And I don't know, we'll be live here and there in between for who knows why. I don't know.
I love you, my people in the chat.
I love you guys.
Please, everybody, send Brooklyn a lot of nice comments in the chat.
Please, they hurt my
Let's just stroke her ego a little bit. Just say,
I absolutely love every bit of you, Brooklyn.
I love you too, Addie. Even though they say I talk over you and never let you speak, that's okay.
What they say about me?
Same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just me. Don't worry about it. I got you, girl.
Oh, I know.
got you.
I've been told that I don't add.
Brooklyn is the cancer taking the show over. She won't let anybody speak.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes, I've heard
that.
Yes. Give it to me all.
Yeah, don't worry. They've said before that I don't add anything. I don't talk enough. I just sit there.
Are you kidding? Oh my
God.
God.
It's true. I know.
It's Addie. You came out with more facts today than Mr. John Yates himself.
I didn't claim to be like in the blogging sphere anymore. Like, so whatever. Like, I disconnected myself, and maybe when I'm ready, I will start looking at stories again. But I'm not, and I don't want to be on Instagram.
Thank you, Velvet.
I just want to be. I just want to be me. And that's it.
I love this. This was great. Thank you, ladies.
Yes, I'm exhausted. I need
to high five.
Love you all.
My wonderful panelists on tonight's live, where we covered a lot of very important topics. And we will at least see you on Wednesday night for New Jersey. And hopefully Teddy will join us.
Yes.
At 9:00 Eastern Daylight Time. And as for me and Cody and Georgie and Hope and Phoebe and Debbie and Osama, and Jen and Rishi,
a lot of people in that little house.
There's a lot going on right here. Like, that's why people are always talking about us. There's so much going on. You have no idea.
There you go.
Thank you guys for a wonderful night. And even though this was done under protest, it's still under protest.
It was great.
But I
it's
did
much
have
better than your last protest.
Damn straight, 3 hours better.
Well, you said that if I didn't do this, you were going to hurt my cats. So I had to. I don't know.
Work.
Like, but it was under protest. No, that's fine. Everybody have a great night. Thank you so much for being
guys.
Here. It was a fun night. And we'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye.
Watch Jersey. Bye.